On today's episode, we got Day to Day with the lads. We're going to talk about our past week. Might have another brand deal with Shotsky. Who knows? Then we're going to move into roundtable talk. We're going to talk about our favorite memories of the GGP thus far. We got 6ix9ine versus Akon and Jeff Bezos, soon to be a trillionaire. We got all the information on that. We're going to move into TSP with the lads. California governor says June 1st, sports are back. German soccer's back. NASCAR's back. And then we're going to talk about the final episode of The Last Dance, the Jordan documentary. And then we're going to end it with the favorite Q's and F's. And for everyone that's listening, please go follow us and subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and YouTube if you're feeling it, because we would like that. Ben, hit it.
We are live.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GGP episode 25. We did it. We did it.
We did it.
I want to first. I want to thank
Dora.
Yeah, and then what'd she say? Something in Spanish.
No.
Namasino.
It's something Spanish.
It's something Spanish.
So you guys didn't
Nah,
learn
we
anything
did
from
it.
that show, huh? You
everybody.
didn't learn
Let's
anything
go
from the show, huh?
Come on, let's get to. Is that the beginning song?
I mean,
Yeah.
but she says something Spanish and then she starts the song, right? I think.
Yeah, she does.
I just.
Vamonos, let's go.
Nah.
Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's
looking
get
up the
to
lyrics.
it. I know that we can do it.
While Ben's looking up the lyrics, you guys know she's
What
named...
part were we singing?
I don't know. We were singing...
It's at the very end.
Yeah.
It's the we did it. We did
yeah,
it.
Joe
we
lyrics
did it.
part.
Hooray!
Do you know her name is Dora, like Computer Dora? Because she's a computer. Remember the beginning? It's a computer, and it clicks on her.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Blew my mind.
Do you
Zach,
guys
you're so
remember
smart.
Go Diego Go?
Yeah.
He was fi.
He was cool. He tried to... He stole a little Dora
That's not the
swag
we
a
did
little
it.
bit.
He did. Did you guys know that there was a new Dora movie, like an actual, like not animated movie?
Oh, yeah, with like a live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's kind of fi.
Kind of freaks me out, though. There's some things that just don't need to be
Lo
live action.
hicimos.
Yeah.
We did it.
Lo hicimos.
Lo hicimos?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
He's gonna Google Translate it for us. We're just getting so off track right at the beginning of the
All right,
episode.
I
Isn't that
like
great?
this, though.
Lo
Well,
hicimos.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, episode 25. We're fucking pumped. Can't believe we made it this far. Want to thank the lads, everyone that's been a part of it. And for everyone that's listening, Brant couldn't make it today, so old producer Turner is back. So
Woo!
thanks for Turns. Come back.
What,
Little
your
clap here.
Second time on.
Glad to
right?
be here. Second time on.
Yep. Feeling great. So we got a great episode for you. We're just gonna go right in. Well, did you get the translate?
Yeah, Los hicimos just means we did it as well.
Oh, nice,
So we
nice.
did it. We did it.
Couldn't have guessed that one. So we're just gonna go over our weekend real quick because nothing really happened. What'd we do? Friday. Ben and I shot some basketball. I was draining fucking
Friday?
threes. It was hot as a motherfucker outside. I was balling like Jordan. You know, I've been watching the MJ documentary, so I've been really feeling like I am Jordan. So if you kind of go out there and think you're Jordan, you play like Jordan. That's kind of how I
So
thought
it's
about
a
it.
mentality.
100%. I mean, if you watch the documentary, Connor, you would
Fair.
know.
That's fair.
It's all mentality.
Isn't that literally the plot to Like Mike? Yes, it is.
Like,
The
You guys never seen
mentality.
Like Mike?
it's not. That's not the thought or the.
Yes, it is.
I
Because
mean,
he
I
had the
guess-
shoes and he thought the
But
shoes
it's
made
been a
him
long
good, but
time.
in the end,
The moral
it
of the
was
story-
really inside of him all along.
Well, it wasn't though.
Calvin Coolidge
He did make the three at the end, but
without the shoes.
yeah, but it's like.
He wouldn't have got
But
there
the moral
without
of the
shoes.
story, yeah, he definitely wouldn't have. Have you never seen that movie?
I think it's been a long time.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Classic.
The second one, kind of garb.
Yeah.
Street ball, kind of garb, but it's fine. It's fine. So I was balling Friday. It was a good time. Didn't do much. Saturday, didn't do much.
Came through.
We all hung out.
We went to your parents.
That's right. We
Yeah.
went to my mom to celebrate my birthday. Don't worry, my birthday hasn't happened yet. It's actually next Saturday. So everyone that's listening, go give me a happy birthday on Saturday. But that's we wanted to celebrate because we're going out of town this coming weekend. So we celebrated with my mom. That was great. Mom got us some great stuff. She got us this beautiful sign that you can see right there, the Goose Gang sign. So thank you for that. Got me some
Beautiful.
clothes. Got this sick cam right here.
Pretty sick.
So yeah, we're super pumped about that. We're gonna make a sweet vid this weekend. But that's what we did Saturday. Not much going on. Connor, anything?
I guess it was Saturday. I golfed with Big B, Brant, and Big B's friend from growing up, Mr. Matt.
How'd you hit?
Probably one of the worst golf games I've hit. Like,
That's saying a lot.
I would
too.
say one of the worst ever. Remember,
I shot-
we used to be so awful.
Well, but we would be like, oh, rehit, or oh, that didn't count. I kept track, and I think I shot like a 126.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
I mean, it could be worse.
Could be better.
Yeah, it could be a lot better. I just wasn't consistent. My drives were probably the best I've ever hit, like drive wise. But then my irons were just shanking left, shanking right. Like I just
Yeah,
Gotta get out
it's a
on the
mental
range.
game.
oh,
Mental game.
100%. You gotta keep your head down.
I'm trying to get turns on the golf course with me. It's just what's your saying, turns? You've lived here for
Lived here pretty much my whole childhood, and
You think it's just too late now?
it's just too late. I've been on the golf course for all my life, and so here's the quick story. When I was a kid, I thought, why don't I give this a shot? So I probably practiced for about like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I was out there swinging like every night for probably about 2 weeks. Not for long. I
Oh
wasn't
yeah, I know.
sweating in the gym.
Sure.
But I was just trying to hit the ball as far as I could. Mm-hmm. And on like
Aren't
the
we all?
last day, I just cranked that motherfucker. And I like went and I got my brother. I'm like, bruh,
Feeling good.
I just cranked this shit. Come watch this. And I go outside and I'm about to hit it. And he's like, dude, you're using a pitching wedge. So I tried to drive for the first 2 weeks of golf with a pitching wedge.
I mean, if you
And-
were cranking that thing, though.
And I can't muster up the courage to get back into it after being just embarrassed.
Right. It happens.
So were you hitting it off a tee with the pitching wedge?
I was hitting off broken tees I found around the tee box because
Hey, I
vibes.
I still do
respect
that. I still do
respect
that.
That's vibes.
You gotta do what you gotta do. The worst is not having enough balls, and you have to,
Go find the range ball.
Fucking-
You're on hole
you're in
18,
the
ran out of
woods.
balls. You got to drive over to the driving range, pick up a range ball, put the third in the fairway.
That's the worst. That's the worst. But maybe one day, Turner, we can get you back in there.
One day. I'll never say never.
Yeah, that's there. You
Never
go.
say never.
There you go.
Except sometimes.
So yeah, that was the weekend. Not much happened. Quarantine's still going on. So that's what you get from us. That's the day to day. One other thing before we move on to the roundtable is might have another brand deal.
Yes.
Wow.
Shout out Connor for the hooking up the email. We have this thing called a Shotski. Can we bring up the Shotski, Connor?
This beautiful contraption here. I think it was.
Did we talk about this last week?
I
at
think
all?
it was an
it this
idea.
way.
I think we talked about it briefly.
So yes, the Goose Gang. It's a shot ski. So for people that don't know what a shot ski is, it is a ski, basically, and it's got 4 magnet little things where you put the shot glass. So you need magnetic shot glasses. You stick 4 shot glasses on, and then 4 people take a shot together. It's a very
So I
Great
think
bonding
I
experience.
think these used to be a big thing. Like it was just a thing. Like you would literally grab a ski at a ski resort. Like after you're skiing, whatever, you go to the bar and you'd bring your ski in and just take a normal shot off of it.
yeah. A lot of bars.
So they turned it into a business. Shot ski.
Well, a lot of bars have shot skis. Like
Yeah.
Altos around here, like if you ask,
Oh, really?
they have a shot ski that they'll get you, and you know what I mean? It's kind of like a big thing. I don't, whatever, but that's what a shot ski is. My mom got me that for my birthday in 2017, and it said the Goose Gang on it, and we lost the shot skis, like the actual shot glasses, not the ski itself, but the glasses, because they're magnetic. So Connor emailed the company, Shot Ski. What is it? Is it just the Shot Ski?
It's the shot ski because I went back to look up the website, and if you just type in shot ski, it's a completely different business, completely different website.
We
So
don't
is it
we don't
anything-
fuck with them.
We do not fuck with them. So shout out
It's
the.
the shot ski.
Do they do shot skis though?
They do.
Oh, really?
But we don't fuck with them.
We
though.
don't fuck with them.
So we're all about
And
the
Shot Ski. Yes.
ski.
And who are you messaging? Do you remember
Doug,
his name?
right?
Doug.
His name was Doug.
So shout
Yes.
out Doug. Doug
Doug
said
Dim-
he
Doug Dimino.
would gladly send us 4 new shot glasses, and we're going to promote it. So we're counting this as a brand deal. So this is brought to you by Shotsky. Thank you, Doug, for the shot glasses, and
Thanks,
hopefully
sir.
we'll get them by, I guess, next week. I don't think we'll get them in time yet. So for 2 weeks from now, we'll promote the Shotsky, take some shots on the pod, and we'll keep you updated on that. So shout out Doug and the Shotsky.
Yes.
So everyone go check it out. They got cool stuff.
Great stuff.
So moving on to the round table. Basically, this is going to be maybe a little different of an episode just for this segment. Episode 25, we wanted to kind of do a big thing. Brand couldn't be here, unfortunately, so we're kind of making with what we got.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna do our favorite memories of the GGP. 25 consecutive weeks that we've done this. Maybe 26 because we did take off a week.
Pretty consecutive.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've been very
Consecutive
consistent.
as you can ask for.
Yeah, it's been consistent 25, 26 weeks that we've done this. We haven't missed a week. We've been killing it, really trying hard to keep people entertained. So we're super excited about that. First thing I want to do is kind of go over some numbers. I'm basing it off of SoundCloud because I don't think you can really see how many like views you get on iTunes
But
or
with
Apple
SoundCloud,
Music and
with
stuff.
think
SoundCloud
so.
being the host,
I think it does count.
I think everything
Does it?
comes through SoundCloud.
I think
We
so,
gotta
like the RSS feed or whatever
Do you
it's
think
called.
that's the way it would work?
I think so.
I think so too.
We'll look into it.
So we're just going to say that. So this is all our views. So we have 24 episodes out total. If you're listening to this one, this will be 25. And we're averaging over 100 views not per episode, but 100 views.
No, we are averaging over 100 views per episode. We're averaging technically, yeah.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Well, that's
So we have 2,411 plays thus far
And 24
episodes. So 100 an episode.
100 and
101, right?
100, yeah,
it's like
111.
101 and a half.
yeah,
If you want to.
Oh, yeah,
But-
yeah.
so-
If that's how
Be
you do it.
technical.
half, yeah.
So shout out to everyone that's been listening. We have consistent listeners every week. Like even right here, it says in the last 7 days, we have 69 plays. In the last 24 hours, we have 7. In the
Nice.
last 26 weeks, we have not had one day where we haven't had someone press play on our podcast. Doesn't mean that they're listening to the whole thing. It means that they're just clicking on it. But that's not even counting YouTube. I'm assuming it would count Spotify and all that, but I'm not
Probably.
sure.
I'm like
So-
99% sure that it counts Spotify and Apple because it's all going through the same feed that's coming from SoundCloud. But with YouTube, it's our own.
Yeah, it's our own
We're taking the
publication.
audio and the video and putting it on ourselves, so it's completely different. But
Yeah. And we
I mean-
we do have a lot of viewers that will only listen to it or watch it if it's posted on YouTube. They won't care to just
Yeah.
listen to it, which I understand. To each
Yeah,
his
I
own.
mean, we don't have like a crazy amount of views on YouTube, but we still have like collectively like probably close to like 500 views altogether. So
yeah,
They're pretty good. I mean, if you only listen, I'd say go check out a video.
Yeah, especially the newer ones.
Well, yeah, because we throw in funny parts. It's
Yeah,
not all
especially the
just
newer
our
ones.
audio.
So
we
we-
throw in like funny videos, pictures.
we were
Integrate it
very
all.
behind, so we just said fuck it, and we started editing from I think it was like 22,
22, I think.
22 or 21. So we've been uploading. We actually just uploaded 23 yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check that out on YouTube. They're pretty good, and we've been trying to make those funnier or more funny. I don't know if that it's
More
whatever.
More funny.
More funny.
Yeah, more funny.
Funnier.
Funnier.
Because funniest.
The other
funnier a
thing,
word?
Hold on. Funnier? I don't think so. It's like it's like
It's more
Most
fun.
funny.
yeah. Oh, that's funner.
We're saying funny.
Funnier.
Funnier.
more
I think
funny.
funnier is a
Funnier and
word.
Funniest. I'm the funniest.
Yeah. So
Most funny.
the last thing I want to do before we get into our favorite moments is we've actually had a bunch of different countries that have been listening to us. So we have like over 2,000 plays in the United States. Obviously, most of our plays are going to be in the U.S., but we have like 33 plays in the U.K.,
Oy.
23 in Canada, 20 in Ireland, 19 in Australia, 11 in India, and then it just goes down to like literally every country you can think of. I don't even know if this is true or not.
Shout out to the listener in Azerbaijan.
Yeah, we have one
Wow.
listener in Azerbaijan. I don't know what that is. In an undefined country.
That's
Is that
Kim
North-
Jong.
That's
Kim
North
Jong
Korea.
That's Kim Jong himself.
Shout out Kim.
Shout out Kim.
They
Thank
probably,
you.
the
Shout
sources
out-
probably heard us talking about his death the other
shout
week.
out
They said
you
we
for
got to
being
tune in,
there.
make sure they're not talking too much shit.
So super pumped about that. Super pumped on all the views. Like I said, we average 100 views a week, and we're super pumped about that. So thanks for everyone that's been listening. Keep it up, and we're here for you guys. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
So moving into our favorite moments, then our lights turned off.
I know.
It's whatever.
We're working on the lighting
There it is.
situation. We added
you.
those lights,
like
by
that.
the way, afterwards
Yeah.
on
And,
me, Turner, and Zach set it up on Saturday night?
We're talking about on the sign that we hung up that I got for my birthday. And for people that are watching on YouTube or are going to go, you got to check out that sign because that was hand painted.
Yeah, go check
Which
out
is
that
pretty
YouTube
dope.
video if you're listening now. Just,
Hey, if you like that sign, why don't you leave a like on the video?
yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Why don't you
Like that
comment down
sign.
below? Like, comment, subscribe,
Yeah.
smash that like button.
So let's just Just dive right in. Favorite moments. Connie, what do you got? What
How do
was
you-
something you? What?
Do you just? How should we do this? Just one. I say we just go one and then circle.
Yeah, we can
just
do
keep
that.
circling. Just keep circling.
Just keep going until
And we'll just talk.
just bring up a moment and we'll talk about it. Go.
All right, so the first one I'll start off with was me dressing up as Santa.
Episode 3, I want to say it was.
It was 3 or 4, yes.
I can tell you, it was episode 2. No, 4, 5.
Five.
No. It was 6.
It was 6.
It was 6. Mary Chrysler,
Mary Chrysler.
featuring Santa. Yeah, super fucking funny. I think I was kind of drunk that podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were.
You came from
Was it? Did you come from the Kidwells?
no, he came from
No, 'cause
what's
that
it
was the
called?
Super Bowl.
Across from McDonald's.
Glory Days?
No, the inn. The inn.
Across from McDonald's?
Oh,
the turf.
turf.
So I was with Mike then.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
But it wasn't Super Bowl.
No, it was right before Christmas.
I don't know.
Maybe I win another time. Either way, I was drinking all day. It was a Sunday, and for some reason I came in drunk, and we had a beautiful idea for Connor to dress up as Santa Claus because it was like the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
And Connor came into the camera angle. Well, we actually started playing
Mariah
Mariah
Carey.
Carey,
All I want for
yeah.
Christmas.
which was hilarious. And Connor comes in with a bag of Bud Lights, dressed up as Santa.
Yeah, that was great.
Hilarious. If you haven't seen that, that's on YouTube. You got to go check that out. That was definitely a fucking hilarious
that was
moment.
that was one of our first few episodes on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we started episode.
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Bean, Bean, what's your?
Well, I want to say about that episode. I like that episode because we sing our Christmas songs in there,
Oh yes. Yes.
and that was funny.
That
Even
was
though
good
we
stuff
butchered,
when we were singing. People
butchered-
like that.
People did like us singing. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to go
it's
back
just
to the
funny.
singing, just flexing the golden pipes.
We
You
just
know what I
gotta
mean?
take that hit on
Hit on.
YouTube.
I've had a sore throat for
Hit the hit.
3.5 weeks now. This is not an acoustic environment for me. And what else does he say? He gets us all upset.
Does he
All
say
right.
like he's
I don't
nervous?
even know what you're talking about.
It's
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers.
I've had a sore throat for like 3.5 weeks. This is not an acoustic environment.
All right. So,
Ben, what's one of your favorites?
one of my favorite moments has got to be Connie again. Connor's coming in with the clutch moments. Connor dressing in his referee costume.
Damn, that was gonna be
Oh,
another
yeah.
one for.
teeing motherfuckers up.
That was
Him talking about teeing up people, 9-year-olds, 9-year-old coaches.
Going high.
which one was that?
Those guys were as big as me. Connor, they were 9 years old. What are you reffing out there? Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
had,
sure which
Jefferson
one that
County.
was, but
I had to tee up a coach. I
yeah, you did.
basically almost had to kick him out.
Yeah, and you almost threw out a parent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they-
I think we need to get into. We need you to dress up in that outfit and just go to like, maybe not now because of the rains, but you go to like Walmart and you just see someone like pick something up and like maybe they like put it down in the wrong spot and you just run up to them,
Team up.
throw them out of here.
I love that idea.
That'd be
I
great.
love going into public places, you with a fucking referee and a whistle.
We got the new
Just
camera.
fucking teeing motherfuckers up. That would be awesome.
You got to go up to people. We used to do this in high school. You go up to just random people walking, and you go up in front of them, take the charge, and fall over.
Yep.
Somebody comes.
That's a good.
So like, yeah, we have someone dressed up as a player, and they're in there. They take the charge. Then you just run out and fucking
Out of
charge them
nowhere,
up.
they can't see you.
And then
That'd be
maybe they'll give
cool.
you some lip, and then you tee them up.
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
You're out.
Get the fuck out.
God, that'd be great.
So we'll work on
That
that.
that would be hilarious.
That was a great episode. That was a great. I don't know which one that was actually, but it was a fantastic episode. That
was
might have been
probably like-
Connor's magic moment,
I think it was like 14
or was
or
it the
15.
spelling bee?
I don't.
It was like 14 or 15, I would say.
I'm not sure, but that was a great moment. You throw in the charge. You charged, and you teed someone up. Quality stuff.
Yeah.
One of my favorites as well. I'll go in then. Definitely one of my favorites, the spelling bee for sure. Mainly because that was my idea and they had no idea I was going to do it. And that was episode 12, which is anus.
And that's when we didn't get up on YouTube because
Yeah, we've had some-
audio and
yeah.
video.
So we couldn't get that one up on YouTube. That's where we kind of fell off the YouTube. But I did a spelling bee for $20 for the winner, and I just did a random spelling bee. I picked funny ass words like anus and like chlamydia and uterus, just like these absurd words. And started out pretty easy. Well, I thought I did at least. And I think Connor was first. Were you first? No.
Started
yeah.
with Brant.
Okay, it
and
started with Brant.
had a fairly easy word.
Yeah.
And then you just you come right around the table to
This
me.
was the first.
It was the very first
word.
round, very first word.
Anus.
He got the pressure on us because $20 is $20. Like,
And it was.
Well, you're
competitive.
being recorded.
right,
Like,
and it
you know,
was. We didn't know it was coming.
right. And Zach just says, "All right, Connor, you got to spell the word anus." And my dumbass
Connor said,
starts writing it. And I don't know if I looked to you or if I looked to Brant. And
I think it was me. You said, "I feel like this is wrong."
I'm like, I feel like this is wrong. And you were like, and I just go, ANIS.
I feel like you said it kind of loud too.
I
Like
did.
with
Yeah, you were
confidence. You're
confident.
like ANIS.
Anus.
Anus.
Just like, sorry, Connie, that's not how you spell anus.
Oh man,
And
great.
I just felt stupid
Listen.
for like the next 10, 15 minutes.
I think I spelled.
That's it. 15 minutes.
Connor, I don't blame you, dude. I can't spell worth a
But anus.
motherfuck.
Anus kind of
Like-
spells itself though, eh?
I mean, yeah,
Anus.
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 They
You
hate
guys
us
say
because they anus. That's
Say-
what Connor
They
was
hate us
thinking.
because they anus. Yeah, I like it.
Ah, fuck the lights. Definitely one of my favorite moments. Turns, do you have a favorite moment that you can recall? If not,
I
that's
do.
fine. Well,
I
okay,
do.
Okay,
Somebody probably else already has it, but I'll
That's
go ahead
fine.
and say it.
that's fine.
Can't say it wasn't the most comfortable experience, but the tennis match.
Oh, I was gonna bring it
Honey,
up.
we're just digging on you hard right now, aren't we?
Jesus.
I was
Yeah.
gonna bring it up.
Just
Yes.
watching these lads battle it out in 20-degree
That was
weather.
awesome. Yeah, we went out
It
there.
might have been
was
colder.
It might.
It
have been.
was so fucking
I was
cold. I was in
feeling
this huge ass jacket
We
I've
did
only
feel
worn
good.
once for that event. I had gloves on. We brought our interface out there with some mics, and me and Brant
Laptop.
we recorded it. Yeah, the laptop. We recorded the whole thing, and
That's actually on
commentated
YouTube.
it.
So if you want to go see that, it's the production's not the greatest, but it's
Yeah.
it's cool because that was our first different thing that we
Special
did
content.
on content wise, and it was cool because they were commentating the whole time. I thought that was hilarious.
It was awesome.
As far as the game goes, it was a decent game, but
was
it was
good.
just cold as fuck
Yeah.
outside, and whatever. But as on a standpoint of doing new stuff, that was fucking cool, and bringing the mics out, and like that was super cool to do.
Getting content just outside of just sitting here recording.
And it really sucks, to get a little off topic, it sucks because we were going to start doing a bunch of stuff like that, and then the corona happened, and we were just like, there's not much. I guess we could still go out and do like,
We could go do some stuff, but then like
One-on-ones,
other things
but,
is-
like-
yeah, it's just hard to go out and like take all the equipment and have like multiple people there, and
right.
some
But
people are judgmental.
As it gets warmer out, we got a new camera. I mean, sky's the limit, boys.
Yeah.
We're and shit's gonna start opening back up. So hopefully we'll be able to do a bunch of more stuff like that.
Yep.
But definitely one of the cooler things that we've done.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Connor, you got more?
I just want to say our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
gonna
that's
say
a
that.
great first episode for us. It showed off our future potential. Like I feel like how we handled it, and like how we just kept going. We didn't have to like stop. And I mean, since that one, I mean, we haven't cut and pasted and like put episodes together, or like it's just all one fluid. And
Yeah.
like,
I will say
right from the get go.
the chemistry that we have is pretty unmatched. You know what I mean? For not having any experience of making a podcast, we're not like very philosophical lads by any means. We kind of just talk about what we want to talk about. We're not going to get very deep. I'm not. You might learn something on this podcast. You might not. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you'll probably laugh a couple times. Can almost
You
guarantee
might not laugh with us. You might laugh at us, but that's fine.
that a laugh
Even
is a
better.
A laugh is a laugh,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I can almost guarantee you will laugh at least one time if you listen to every
You
episode.
dumbass
At some point,
motherfuckers.
yeah, you're most likely making fun of us, but
Yeah.
hey, a laugh is a laugh. But another thing, Connor, I mean, we have almost 500 views just on that episode
Yeah.
alone. So
And I do think some of those listens were because people were probably listening
yeah.
to see how bad we were.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I know
that's
people
what they
that
were-
listen that will never listen again.
Yeah,
But they
and
told
that's
me they
fine.
listened to the first one.
And I mean, of course, no one's going to go out of their way to tell me that it's shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, like especially people that I'm not like super great friends with, more like acquaintances. But for the feedback that we did get was really good. But I mean, that maybe that's just people,
just being
sure,
nice.
being nice,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I think most of them were genuine. And like I said, we get people that listen every day. We haven't.
Hey.
So
But I think like
any publicity is good good publicity.
for sure.
yeah.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
going back on like from episode 1, just like if you listen to this episode compared to episode 1, you can just tell like the difference between the way we talk and just the way that
I think we.
just the flow, just
Yeah.
everything is just.
Mhm.
I feel like just what's the word I'm looking for here?
Quality.
Quality, just how the podcast has grown as a whole, I guess.
Well, I mean, our goal was, to get better every week, and I think we have definitely accomplished that.
Yeah.
We've definitely understand how to use Ableton more. Thank you to Turner.
Well,
Yes,
I thought I did.
I've learned a tiny bit.
I thought I did.
You guys
And then-
haven't. You guys haven't called me for like tech help and like
Well, yeah, that's true.
8
but, like,
episodes.
That is
so,
true, yeah.
But
we
shit,
can
I-
at least get our sound right. We
can
would
at
have
least
problems
get it
getting sound
yeah.
right, or if a mic wasn't working. Like we were sometimes would sit here 45 minutes to an hour just trying to get our fucking mics working before even recording.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a step in the right direction.
learning.
If you
learning
listen
experience.
if you've just listened to like the first 2 or 3, 4 minutes of the first episode, I feel like we're all so timid though. It's just
Yeah.
like
You think it's kind of
it's
scripted
like,
in the beginning.
Like we all
too.
sound nervous. Zach's like, "How we doing?" We're all like, "Oh, we're hanging low." Me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
and then it's
confidence.
just like we're talking about what we're doing with our lives. It's just like so awkward, and it's just like I feel like we've come a long way since that.
Yeah.
Confidence on the mics have definitely changed. They get better every week.
Especially
so
this
that's,
lab.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
everyone's, but yeah, I mean, true. Especially for Ben. All right, Ben, do you have something?
It isn't back to me now. Eh?
I still got some
up.
up here. I'm
I got
ready.
some too.
Yeah, I'm just marking them off as we go, so I don't double repeat. Episode 1, yeah. So I liked the shrink your tits challenge.
See, I was thinking that one.
that
too.
was a good
Yes.
challenge, and I got
It was
something
a-
to bring up.
It was a good challenge, but I wasn't impressed. I thought it was funny.
That's fair.
It was
I
funny
was disappointed in
how shitty it was.
that's what makes it great. But I was upset about I don't know. It was Brant's idea, right?
Yeah.
And we initiated it, and then Brant was like totally against it afterwards.
Yep.
So Brant's kind of a pussy for that. But the challenge itself was hilarious, and it's hilarious that Brant gained 7 pounds, and it's funny that Connor lost 7 pounds. But the only reason he lost it is because he threw up that whole day and night.
I would not say that is the only reason I lost that weight.
I'd say 5 pounds at least
I would
was because
say
you
it
didn't
helped.
eat and you threw up. 100%.
It helped a lot.
You got to strategically plan out some shit.
I don't
Wait,
think that
wait,
was
wait.
strategic.
Think about weigh-ins.
Okay, but
for
think if you would have
fighters.
ate that whole day,
Yeah.
you might have weighed 0. Like you might have lost or gained 0.
so you
You still would have
plan-
won. I'm not saying you wouldn't.
But you think I would have eaten 7 pounds worth of food?
You don't.
wait.
I mean,
I mean,
maybe.
it's
Maybe.
just like
Hey,
just like
it just
water
depends.
weight.
It depends. It depends.
you'll never know.
Never know.
You never know.
You
got
lost
the
7
dub.
pounds.
'cause
That's
I
all we
called
know.
You got me
dub.
$20
You did.
that I still haven't been paid.
I haven't gotten.
And you
I
haven't
haven't
been
gotten.
paid.
I haven't gotten my 20
What was it
for
for? It was Tom Brady.
Tom Brady going to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because you said $20 you was staying at the Pats.
Yeah. Look
Let's
at
go,
me,
baby.
40 in the hole.
Well, and you owe me another 30.
This podcast sucks.
True.
Zach, you actually owe me 30, so that's 70 plus interest.
I do owe Turner fucking 32. Wow.
Zach, get your shit together.
We're supposed to be talking about what's good about this podcast, not shitty.
I think
Okay.
it's great. All right. Go on to you now.
That was
the
a
shrink the tits challenge was fun.
I like
Like it-
I like the idea of incorporating challenges within the podcast.
It's just
It's
a
something
good-
to talk about and something that we all four can be a part of.
And that
which
was a
is
good
fun.
one because it was like, it was supposed to make you guys
Try to be active.
try to be healthy. And
Yeah.
I
It was
mean,
funny.
it obviously didn't work, but
Right.
that made it funny. That was hilarious. I
Yeah.
love that.
It was funny because I was living with Connor at the time, and I would be sabotaging buying him McDonald's and Chick-fil-A.
You did buy me McDonald's and Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
consistently.
I did all the time.
Didn't work.
But
Connor
hey.
said he would never turn down free food.
Why would you?
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
couldn't blame him. I was sitting there watching, reminiscing from not
Watching
Corona
sports?
days, watching football on Sundays. We're just sitting there betting on sports. And then
Wow.
Zach said, Connor, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. You want a sandwich? I'll buy it for you. Like, damn.
Well, not on Sundays, but
Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's a plot hole.
God damn.
No,
ruined my whole
no
story.
pickle,
Jesus.
extra fry, sweet tea, and some sriracha sauce. That's what Connor likes.
dude, he knows it.
All right. Well,
Jesus.
my next favorite thing, probably maybe the, I don't know. I don't know. Top three for sure. Great. Top three favorite things that's happened. It was episode 13, Connor's Magic Moment. The week prior to that, Ben and I went to New York.
It was a fantastic week for everybody.
Yeah. Prior to that, Ben and I went to New York for my little brother's birthday, and we got the pleasure of meeting Logan Paul and his gang, mainly Mike Malak and Logan. Got to meet them, took a picture. It was sweet. We come back next week, and we're about to record. No, it's like the following week, so it's the middle of the week. We put out a tweet on Twitter, super glad to meet Logan Paul and Mike, blah, blah, blah. Go check out this part of the episode to listen about us meeting him, basically. Not even like 15 minutes after we tweet that, Mike quotes our tweet and says, these guys are awesome storytellers, some on the lines of that. Go check them out, basically promoting us. We have I think 40 followers at this time on Twitter. I mean, we only have 70 something now, so we haven't gotten very far. But
double.
But yeah, and we got 40 followers. But I thought it was crazy that he had over 100,000 followers. That he didn't just like it, you know what I mean, or maybe reply. He went out of his way to quote the tweet, promote us, and that alone got us I can't remember how much interaction on Twitter, but that episode got 323 views. And that's just from him tweeting that. And Logan Paul liked our tweet, and he's got a couple million followers on Twitter, of course. But he liked our tweet, not Mike's tweet, our tweet. Yeah, so that's super fucking cool.
He saw it on Mike's account, then clicked on it just to like our tweet.
Especially
and he probably did that so that we would see that.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
He thought about it. He's like, I'm just going to make these guys do it.
And I think that's a big deal for me personally because they went out of their way to promote us, and they have a super successful podcast that they put out episodes every week, like a couple of them. And I'm sure people are trying to promote their podcast all the time. So it's Ben and I must have put a good enough impression on their group meeting. They meet fans all day long. Yeah. That's all they do. Security with them. You know what I mean? We caught them at a perfect time, but must have put an impression on them that they would remember our interaction. And then he'd go out of his way to listen to it, I'm assuming, at least part of it, and then promote us on his own, which is amazing and a huge confidence booster for us. So that is by far one of my favorite moments that
I got a question about that. I just thought about it. Do you think that means that Lana Rhodes has listened to our podcast?
So they were and it's crazy that you say that because remember that weekend is when Mike got in trouble with his blowjob scandal.
Yeah, it was that.
So it was prior, but they were together because I specifically asked him how Lana was. It was one of the questions I did ask him. But
she might have saw his tweet and then when it clicked on it.
It's definitely not far off or far-fetched that she has at least clicked on our profile.
And she's heard our voices.
I don't know if she would go out of her way to listen.
I've heard hers.
I've heard a lot of her voices.
Different voices.
I've seen a lot of her
screeches.
Her body. I've seen the inside of her body. Definitely. Actually.
Lena, we're big fans. Please. Please come on the pod. Please.
Wow, that would be amazing. But yeah, shout out Mike and Logan Paul and all them. That was awesome. That was awesome for me and the gang itself.
That was great.
All right, Turner, you got another one? No? Do you know?
Only thing else I'd say is probably, all right, so this is last fall, and I'm just coming home from Morgantown, just a little sleepy, just kind of not in the mood.
Been there.
And I get a text from Zachary over here, and it's just a picture of the biggest, most beefiest audio board that you could ever imagine in your life.
I forgot about that.
These are the shits that people use for big band concerts, mixing outside.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to record a podcast. How do I use this thing? I'm like, So I just came through. We got it working, and that's what the first pod was recorded on. That
was actually an unreleased podcast.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
That was our episode one. It was
podcast.
Just us. It was Ben, Connor, and myself.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And we used Kevin's dad's interface.
No, I remember that, but I don't remember making a pre-episode.
Well, it was we recorded and it didn't sound that great, and then we bought our own interface, and then we recorded our first episode. Yeah, we did a full hour.
Really? Yeah.
We talked about the meaning of life, stuff like that.
The meaning of life.
We don't have to get into that, but that's for another episode. But that's so funny because I felt like I was a flight attendant that would walk into the cockpit. You know what I'm saying? You're just looking at all these knobs and buttons, and you're just like, I don't know what the hell this is.
What, it had like 12 microphone inputs?
It was a
24.
24.
Yeah.
24 track.
It was
Yeah.
fucking. I mean, it was almost the
thing's
size of this
ridiculous.
table,
Yeah.
and we're trying to record 3 audio voices. That's
Yeah,
it.
for anyone who doesn't know or understand, what we're using now is a 4-input interface, and he brought a 24-input interface.
Shout out Gerald Coleman for letting me borrow that.
Shout out Jerry, Big
Yeah.
Jerry.
So yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But that was when that's when we were starting out. I had no idea that we even needed an interface. I just
didn't know
thought
what
you
the
would just
hell that
plug it
was.
into a computer and we could all talk. It's been a rocky road. Learning
Learning.
experience
It's been a
is up and
journey.
down. Yeah, for sure. Connor, what do you got?
I'd say when we got our new logo.
Mm.
That wasn't
That's a
like
good
a
one.
specific episode,
Nope.
but it was
all
it
moments.
was
That was
it
actually
a great
before
moment.
Cowboy Zach. So we're talking Life of a Cowboy. So it was about episode 15, 16
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
And shout out
About 2 months
shout out
ago.
KJ for the art.
Yeah.
Shout out KJ.
We still love it to this
Uh,
day just as much.
We do. I don't think anything's changed. It's
We got it
fucking
on
gorgeous.
the fucking sign, eh? Light it up, come on. On the sign. Beautiful.
just how we wanted it. But yeah, he did a fantastic job. I think it's awesome. I felt like I was being needy asking him to do all these little changes, but he had no problem doing it. It was perfect. I think it was perfect in everything that we wanted. It was great. So shout out KJ. I agree, Connor. That was fucking awesome. Because I was
it
so
just made
tired
it-
of
it
that
just
damn
made it-
other logo.
Just made it a little more professional for us.
It made it
'Cause-
ours,
Right, because the logo that we were using, shout out Hagen for making that when we were
which was not a bad logo.
No, it's not.
No.
But it was just our team logo for when we played indoor soccer for
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. So I mean, like, that's the only Goose Gang kind of art that we had. And so then once we finally got something that was actually ours, it just felt more real.
And me personally, I think that logo and the name The Goose Gang is kind of an eye catcher. I mean, I might be a little biased. I'm not sure. But if you're scrolling and you see that logo and you're like The Goose Gang, I would probably click on it. I mean, I'm a little biased. But I'm just saying.
Not to get too technical, but like as far as logos go, that's a good logo.
Yeah.
All logos, you just want something to catch your eye that
Yep.
you like. What is this? And
Fucking geese.
That does it.
Yeah.
One goose got a fucking jewel in his mouth. One's fucking
One's
Caulking
one's,
and fuck-
one's screeching with a bandana,
and the other one's got
sunglasses on.
glasses on. And another
And
one
then
has
the
a
hood.
hood on.
Yeah.
Like
And I
you-
like how it says
like,
GGP
what?
and not The Goose Gang, which is a little more vague.
I like how it
Right.
says GGP, but the P is a podcast.
love that.
Yep.
Because you can,
Shout
you
out
can
KJ.
tell exactly what it is. You
Yep.
can tell it's a podcast, but also you're like, but what the fuck is going on? And that's
Like,
the
what is it
mystery.
about? And you know, it's probably 4 lads.
Yep. And I like the purple too. Purple's our color.
Purple
It's-
is
so,
awesome.
shout out KJ again. That is awesome. Definitely one of our favorite moments for that. Ben?
Yeah, that was a good one. So we've gone through all the ones I've written down, except for this one, the episode with Wild Bill.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
hell of an episode. The audio is kind of fucked up. We could actually probably go in and edit it and make it better at some point if we wanted to, but
Yeah, and we had
that's
problems
episode
getting
14.
the video. off
Yeah,
my
we can't get the
phone.
video, but
That was
What-
just fun stuff. It
what
was
is
just, it was just
cool-
another thing. It was like, just not the regular content. Like
yep.
we,
So Ben and I went to go visit my dad, and we did a podcast, just us three. It was super pumped. He was super excited about it. We went up in in North Carolina. They can't have basements because it's the humidity.
Really?
So everyone has like a third floor, basically.
I really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's
I didn't
on the
know
lines
why
of that. Yeah,
was-
it's like
I thought it was just kind
it's harder to have basements, or they don't because of humidity level. I think, or like the ground's softer. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
Makes sense.
So
I
they
mean,
have
it does
like
make
a
sense.
they have like a
Yeah, it
third
does.
floor, like a finished attic, if you will, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's like his workout room. So we did it up there.
It's like his man cave.
His man cave. He got us 3 fucking really nice cigars, and we were just smoking Stokes inside, just podding. It was great.
was sick.
So that was a great experience. And what's cool is we're actually going to go see him this weekend. So we might have a little pod with him being featured back into it, and maybe even my grandpa. Who knows?
We need to get your grandpa, at least for like a little interview,
I can't. Can
just to
I
have him like tell a story.
I would like that, but it's like he's also like 85 probably, or like
So
80.
do you
It's
think
like,
it might like intrigue him a little much?
I don't know, just like him talking into a mic with the headphones on. Like I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't need headphones though.
I guess he doesn't, and I can't see it picturing it, but
think it'd be fine.
But I mean,
I think it'll be fine.
If we just,
just
give
forget
him a
about the
mic
mic.
stand and he's just sitting there like,
He'll
and
forget
we're just
about
having a conversation. We're just sitting around drinking.
You just
and-
talk about the Civil War
Yeah.
fishing, he'll go on forever. So
Yeah, he has great stories.
we'll get to talk to him about that. So stay tuned. That might be next episode. Who knows? We'll definitely bring the stuff.
Yeah.
But I agree. That was super cool. My next thing is having Al on. That was our second guest because Turner was our first. But this was our first one with actually 5 of us. Ben and Connor shared a mic. Al had his own. And I thought that was cool because it was our first like actual guest, not like so much of a friend. He is a friend, but not like a super close friend. So
Yeah.
it was, I wouldn't say nerve wracking, but I'm sure all of us had that feeling of like, is there going to be that awkward tension? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Like,
just like-
get out of our comfort zone. Like, because this is kind of like a closed room. It's always us 4. We can, there's no judgment going on. Well, yeah, Turner too. You know what I mean? But like, there's no judgment going on. So when Al got in there, he killed it. I thought he was hilarious.
He was awesome.
He that was a great one. So shout out Al.
He's a natural.
I honestly want to get a bigger interface at some point so we can just have the luxury of having any guests we want at any time. But that's for another day. But
yeah.
we'll work on that. But that's definitely one of my favorites. Okay, well, anything else? I know we're forgetting so many, but you
Yeah.
can only do
A lot
so
of
much.
moments.
If anybody can think of any, put them in the comments.
Yeah,
Or
anything in the
shoot
comments.
them
We can
to
talk
us.
about 'em.
Text them to us.
That could also be a
if you're not looking on YouTube.
what's it called?
What?
A poll?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. A poll.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll
How do you
do
do
Maybe.
We'll
that?
run the poll on Twitter, maybe on Instagram, and if you're watching on YouTube, put it in the comments. Your favorite moments.
Also, another one, I'll just say it, Brandt's birthday bash. Top Golf,
yes.
the Top Golf video.
Yeah, that was great stuff.
Not so much podcast related, but like content wise. Super cool.
Yeah.
I would also just kind of like to throw in our new cave.
This
where,
is
where,
super.
where we're sitting right
Yep,
now.
the
so,
nest.
So Ben,
so that's
Ben buying a house.
episode 21. Yeah.
Ben buying a house, and then us kind of day by day, week by week, we're converting this room into the podcast room.
Yep.
It's done well so far. I'm pumped about this table
Yeah.
in the stands. We're definitely more official. I feel just more swaggy dad with the.
Yeah. I'm like sitting back, relaxing a little
Yeah, I
bit.
love.
so-
I love this.
So yeah, I would agree with that. That's great stuff.
Just the different changes, week by week that we make to better ourselves, to make us either feel better, feel more comfortable, talk, sound better. Just anything that's kind of made us move. I mean, every day and every week we're moving forward.
Agreed.
So it's just great.
Well, does anyone have anything else? I'm just gonna wrap it up then.
I don't have any more memories here.
I think we.
I mean,
touched
I'm sure there's
most.
some that I'll
there's-
think about in 10 minutes.
There's
but
definitely a million, and if you do, just call them out. But basically, just to wrap it all up, we're super pumped about everyone listening, like we said, and I'm just super excited that we're still continuing to do it, and we're continuing to grow, and we're continuing to get better every week, and that's what really matters to us. And we're still having fun with it. You know what I mean? That's really why we started and why we're still doing it for fun. So,
Yep.
all right, that's
And
our favorite moments.
we're looking forward to 25 more.
Definitely 25 more.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah, we're halfway to a year, so that's pretty cool. Pretty much, been doing
Yeah.
it half a year, 6 months. So fuck
That's
yeah,
pretty crazy.
It's definitely crazy. So we'll keep it up. So yeah. So moving on, then we're gonna move right into 6ix9ine. I mean, it's hard not to talk about him, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to.
We got it. Sorry.
We got the lights back on. Yeah, so 6ix9ine. I mean, he's after his whole, breaking the internet and coming back harder than ever with the views and whatnot, dropping one song, breaking records. He's back and he's asking. What did he send this challenge out? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, I think he
I would assume so.
challenged him, and then Akon put something on his social media saying that he accepts it. But then the rest of the article said like they're not sure if 6ix9ine is actually going to go through with it.
So 6ix9ine challenges Akon to a Instagram live hit for
v
hit
hit.
battle.
Yeah,
Okay. And so basically they're just going to play their old songs that are hits and just go back and forth basically.
so like Akon said that I think the article is from yesterday, so Saturday or Sunday. He said tomorrow. So I'm guessing today, Monday, 3:30. We're going live hit for hit. But then later in the article is like it's not sure if it's happening. So I think it was
didn't happen today.
So it was supposed to happen today, apparently, but
I don't think that did happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's fully come together yet.
Well, I hope that does end up happening because that would be sweet. Because Turner and I were watching Ludacris versus Nelly. They did a hit for hit, which was pretty sweet.
Pretty great.
Can we talk about that for a second? Who has the better hits?
Ludacris or Nelly?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Ludacris is a bigger
probably.
name.
I went Team Nelly. And it's
So-
hard to remember all their hits, like just thinking
right.
about it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
the
can't
problem
think
too.
of them
And I
all.
would probably say Ludacris too, mainly because I don't know too much Nelly.
Right.
Right? I know a lot of Ludacris.
Well,
songs.
I recognize Ludacris, like,
Right.
his name.
I saw
more.
Ludacris live in New Orleans.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
we saw him live in Delaware as well.
That is pretty cool.
I saw him in New Orleans.
So it was super sick. I was super pumped about it. But I was all aboard the Ludacris train, and then Turner started playing some Nelly hits.
Nelly's got hits.
Had to get to step into my
Air Force Ones. That's a great song.
Air Force Ones. That song, and what was the other one? The country one.
And it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That song
That is
is
a good song.
fire.
Little Tim
Yeah.
McGraw,
And
Nelly.
that's Nelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nelly and Tim McGraw. And
yeah.
is it Nelly that
Nelly
has the
just
song
gained
with
a
Florida
new-
Georgia
new
Line?
fan.
Yeah.
It's possible. I wouldn't know.
Is Nelly the one with Florida Georgia Line, or who's in that one?
I think it is.
Is it Nelly?
See.
Or it's
I'm gonna Google it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
yeah. It's
it is.
Cruise,
Yeah.
Florida Georgia Line. That's Nelly too.
How's
So
that go?
It's a hit.
That
counts. He can play
make
that.
me wanna roll my windows
he's in that
down
song?
and cruise. Yeah, he has like a whole like
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, so I was all aboard the Ludacris train, but I might be on the Nelly train after bumping those songs.
Some good songs.
I'd like the idea of hit for hit. You know what I mean? Like artists
I
going,
think it's good. It's good content for the artists,
great content.
and it's good little controversy. You know, the
Yeah.
fans kind of get to engage a little. It's fan engaging because it's all on Instagram Live or wherever they do it. But then it's also just good, or it's publicity. All publicity is good publicity.
Pretty
So,
much, yeah. And
It's a win-win for both because the fans get to hear music like they forgot about or
Right,
like
yeah,
that
exactly.
they appreciated it. And then the artist is reminding all these fans that this music exists. So afterwards, they're just going to go stream
listen to it, yeah,
and get more
exactly.
money. So yeah, it's a win-win. I like
Yeah,
those.
definitely win-win. 6ix9ine verse 6ix9ine verse who again?
Akon.
Akon, yes.
That's a weird one.
See, that's weird
But-
because Akon's so much older than 6ix9ine is music-wise.
Yeah, and they're like totally different.
yeah,
They're very different, but I just feel like Akon has so much more music out than he does.
he does.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think 6ix9ine has like 9-10 songs.
He did drop that album,
hits, I
but
don't
like
know.
all
But like,
together.
the album had like 7 songs that are already dropped.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He just keeps dropping singles.
But respect.
so-
Nobody
Respect.
wants to see
a good way
us
to do it.
together, but it don't matter, no.
'Cause I got you. Yeah.
That's
That was-
Akon.
that was beautiful.
Akon's
Akon,
what's
I love
Akon's best song?
Oh, I used to jam this Akon song in like, I remember Right Denny Elementary, Right Denny Intermediate, sorry.
Most of his songs, it starts off with him singing his name, right?
No, that's Jason Derulo.
Akon.
Jason
No, I know Jason Derulo does, but there's one song that Akon.
JR.
Dude, my favorite Akon is Smack That. Smack that all on the floor, smack that, give me some more, smack that. I was jamming that thing in like 5th grade.
Oh, don't matter. I want to love you. Sorry, blame it on me. Lonely.
I'm Mr. Lonely.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
I had nobody.
That's a hit.
for my own.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Akon's sweeping 6ix9ine.
Can you imagine? Like, I just want to see that Instagram live. Like, how is it? Is
could
Akon
tell
just gonna
you-
go super sweet, and then you're just gonna have 6ix9ine? Like,
Yes.
Pretty much.
Akon's gonna be Akon's gonna be there, just standing there, so confused, not knowing how to work the Instagram live. And
Yeah.
6ix9ine is just gonna be on the bottom, like stupid. Yo, Akon, your fans are stupid. Like he's just gonna be talking shit like the whole time. That's exactly how it would go. And Akon be like, "What? I don't understand. Do we play this song now?"
so we'll keep you
That's
posted on that. Hopefully that ends up happening because I need to see that. Honestly, anything with 6ix9ine on it, we're probably gonna
6ix9ine
keep you
live.
updated because that shit is just pure entertainment. There is nothing else to describe it as.
Good entertainment.
Dropping
not
a
a big
music
fan of
video
his,
Friday. I honestly,
I enjoy.
We won't be able to see it.
I dig his music,
Yeah, we
kind of,
won't.
and him as a person.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Turner, if you were in his shoes, I think we asked everyone on your last episode, would you have snitched?
Probably, but I probably wouldn't have been in his like shoes beforehand.
I mean, yeah, we can all agree that we probably wouldn't have the career that he would have had. But if just you're switching shoes, next thing you know, you're in there. Probably gonna snitch.
That's the tough part about the shoes, because like you had to be in his shoes beforehand to
Right.
be in the situation.
I guess
that he's in.
I guess I get you.
He
there. That
agreed
makes
to
sense.
like some shit he shouldn't agree to.
Yeah.
pretty much.
There's
For
definitely
sure.
more background
Yeah.
of what we're not
Yeah,
understanding.
but I get it. I mean,
To each their own.
It
He's
is
back.
what
I
it
mean,
is.
I completely understand not wanting to be in jail for the rest of
Yeah.
your life,
I would.
sure.
but
That
I
would
also
be pretty
understand
uncool.
betraying.
Yeah, your homies, but not really your
It
homies.
would be very uncool.
That would be so uncool. I couldn't imagine the old.
Zach, you would do great in prison.
Would you rather?
Everyone
be,
would love.
Would you rather be
I
in
know,
prison?
that would be the thing.
All right, so we're all like 20, early
Yeah.
20s. Would you rather be in jail for 25 years or death row in a week?
Wait, what?
You die in a week
Wow.
from death row.
I guess 25 years. I'd get out at some point.
No pain, just lethal injection.
I
All right, we'll go
I-
30, 35 years.
Oh my God! So you. Get
I
out-
was gonna
you
say.
get out.
I mean, it might sound dark, but
35
Just take you
years.
out.
if you got a week and you know you're gonna die, that could be a fun week.
But you're
That
on
could
death
be a
row, so you're
great
in
week.
prison.
Oh, if you're on death row and you're stuck in, no,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to. Yeah, but like if I have to die in 1 week,
So if you were on
Where's
death row,
the
you'd rather
heroin?
just wait it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Wait it out for 35 years.
nah, I don't know. That's all.
Could you get on parole? now we're just getting
nope,
technical.
it's stuck.
No
35
parole?
years or death in a week.
I'd still probably take 35 years.
Yeah, I'd probably take the 35. It'd be tough though. It'd be tough.
I think it depends on where you're sentenced. but
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, moving on then.
That's fair.
We're gonna touch on this very briefly, but Jeff Bezos,
Jeff Bezos.
the old Benzie,
He's told
soon to be a
Benzos.
trillionaire. Connor, what is the word on that?
So Turner can take it over if he wants because he's the
wow.
one that talked about it. But
the article.
yeah. So there's an article that Turner was telling me about that they're projecting Jeff Bezos to become a trillionaire by 2026.
6 more years, and your boy is gonna accumulate. Because didn't he
first-
just
first
become a
trillionaire.
billionaire?
I mean,
I don't think just.
Like 3. I don't know.
but I mean, he's one of the richest men in the world.
Yes.
But like the crazy thing is like think about like a million to a billion. I mean, that's a lot. But then think about just 1 billion
Versus
to a trillion. That's
yeah.
like Ben said, you could have $999 billion and you're still not a trillionaire.
right.
Like,
But
I mean,
just like,
it's
all right,
just-
so yeah, like you said, you have $1 billion, and to get another $1 billion, you need to get
999.
999 million more plus another million to just get another billion.
Oh, just to get another billion. Yeah.
Yeah, to double it.
Yeah.
Here's a good way to
That's a
put
lot.
lots of numbers in perspective.
Ooh.
The difference between 1 million and 1 billion is insane. 1 million seconds. I thought it was going to say it, and I got confused. 1 million seconds is 11 and a half days.
This is the video that I saw. This is what I was thinking. Just listen to this shit.
So 1 million seconds is about 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 and a half years.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Say that
That's
again.
the video
Repeat.
that I saw.
Repeat. Run it
So
back.
Somebody
One-
was explaining this. It was
1
crazy.
million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 and a half years.
I haven't.
That is ridiculous. That doesn't even make sense.
I'm going to look up what a
Exactly.
trillion seconds is.
Exactly.
It's going to be
It is so astronomically
100
huge.
times that. It's going to be like
No, because if you
Three
think
One
about-
thousand
trillion
years.
seconds is 31,709 years. So if you made $1 a second, it would take you, or $1 a minute. Wait, no, yeah, $1 a second. It would take you 31,000 years to be a trillionaire.
I'd be rich as fuck right now if I made $1 a second on my life.
But you never.
So
become a
how
trillionaire.
much is Jeff making in a second?
So okay,
You know what I mean? Holy Jarvis.
you're going to ruin my fact, but I'll just go ahead and hit you with it.
Go ahead and hit him.
So chemotherapy for all cancer patients to pay for chemotherapy is what I said, like $40 million.
A year or
That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
I think it was billion.
or $40 billion.
Okay. Billion sounds more believable.
Jeff
Million's
Bezos,
pretty cheap.
Jeff Bezos made $40 billion in less than a week.
Yeah.
Is that what his company revenued or his actual?
I think it's-
That's his net worth, so
his-
it does take into account his stock options and stuff like that. So
Is this-
obviously, it's not he doesn't have
Money in his
just
pocket.
liquid
Yeah.
cash just sitting around, but
Right.
that's what his assets are worth. That's what,
Right.
That's
And
what he's
is
worth.
his wife still getting cut the check, huh? She
she-
became one of the richest women in the world after they split up. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Genius.
respect it.
I definitely respect it. I think I don't know where I heard this or read it, but it was something kind of
Reddit.
Is that why it's called Reddit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just thought about that.
yeah, genius, right?
Like I read it.
Read
I
it
read it
on
on
Reddit.
Reddit.
yeah.
It was like most of the richest women in the world acquired their wealth through divorces.
Yeah, it was like
I mean,
like
that's
at least
definitely
half of the
believable.
top 10.
Yeah,
Something
like
like
it's not.
that.
It's obviously not all of them, but a good majority of them. It's through like settlements,
I
through
remember that.
divorces and whatnot, stuff
I
like that.
believe it.
Assets getting chopped up.
Yeah. But I
Pretty
mean,
crazy.
women haven't had like total rights for that long.
Yeah.
He said it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No, you're right.
total rights
No,
long
yeah,
enough
I
to
know, Ben,
accumulate like
I'm just
huge
fucking
amounts
with
of
you.
Ben,
wealth.
you
And
sexist
respect.
bastard, you.
Hey, I'm all for
Equality,
women's rights.
Ben. Jesus.
I took a women's rights class in college.
Fuck yeah.
I took a women's rights class for one day, and I switched it out for a grilling class. So
That's a good move.
Oh my
That's a
God.
good move. That's a good
Beautiful.
bro class.
move. Anything else on
Chilling
round
and
table?
grilling.
Anything on your guys' mind?
Wings versus flats.
Dude, fucking I am a wing guy.
Wow.
I am a drumstick guy.
Drums or flats?
I am drumstick all the way.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big drum guy. I always have been because I didn't like when I was
The
little. I didn't like
drumstick-
picking between the things. Like that was too much work for me. But now I do enjoy it a lot. But I still stick
so
to my
I feel
drumstick.
like the drumstick is more.
Cartilage.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like visually like better looking.
I would also disagree with
okay,
that.
I would
So-
agree with that.
So like
As a standard wing, maybe, yeah. Like when I think of like a cartoon wing, it's always the drum, not so much the
right,
flat.
right,
Yeah.
but like that's like the when you think of a wing, that's more than likely what you think about.
mean,
No, when I
me
think of a wing, I
personally,
think
yes.
of a wing, not a leg.
Yeah.
But
That is true too, because that's the leg
Yeah.
and not the wing.
so you going by legs?
How's that make you feel, Connie?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm more of a flats guy now
Flats guy.
because I love picking out just the one bone.
yep.
And then you just
Oh,
Can you do that one more time? Nice.
There's more meat on a flat too.
yes.
way more meat, and it's way more efficient to eat.
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
a
way easier
lot
to eat
easier.
with-
It's easier to dip. And like,
But I kind of
Drumsticks,
enjoy the.
You always
I
have to
don't
find
know.
out where like the cartilage is at the top
Yeah.
and where the chicken ends. So you always have that little like
yeah.
spot at the top that I don't like.
I don't know. I've just always liked the drumsticks. You know, I like
used to.
sticking that
I
fat
like
old
mixing
thing in
it
my
up
mouth
for
and
sure
just
Yeah.
sucking the meat off. You know
But
what I mean?
if
know
you're
what you
if you're if you're getting like a bucket of chicken from like KFC or whatnot,
I want
what's-
a mix.
What's like your go-to?
Oh,
Like, if it's mixed,
leg for
what's your
sure.
go-to?
I mean, KFC.
You're saying
I'm
breast,
not gonna lie. I like
thighs,
the
everything.
fucking. I
Breast,
like a
thigh.
chicken tendy from KFC.
That is
Fuck.
not
All
All right,
what
you're getting
we're
a
talking
bucket
about.
of
boned
you're
in,
getting a
yeah.
bone.
Boneless.
You're getting a
Boneless
bucket
I'm
of
just
bone-in
I'm
chicken.
saying what I like from KFC.
All right, well we're talking.
I don't
About,
eat boned-in chicken from KFC.
all right, what kind of piece of the chicken do you?
You didn't order it. I just brought home a bucket of chicken, and I
Yeah,
said,
I'm
"Yeah,
gonna
just
eat
grab whatever you want out
I'm
of there."
gonna eat the leg,
Yeah, I'm definitely eating the legs.
but I
So-
don't
so is
discriminate.
the leg, the drumstick.
Yes,
Right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
I
There's
don't
nobody likes-
discriminate though. I
We're
like
trying to
both.
forget about the thigh.
Yeah, but
So, like,
that's
the thigh is
different.
Good, but like
I'm thinking that's like more when you order like a half chicken, right? Like when you're ordering like wings from
Well,
like
you get
Glory
that.
Days or like a bar,
Well,
it's
yeah.
usually
Yeah.
flats and legs.
yeah, that's what we were
Now
talking about.
now
But
we're
he was just talking
now
about
we're
like if
talking
you,
about fried chicken.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Then yeah.
So like the breast,
I dig it. I dig
all
it.
of that.
I dig a
and
thigh.
and I think thighs
I love
are the
thighs.
dark meat and breasts
is.
are the white meat.
Yes,
right?
that's why breasts are disgusting.
breast is it's just too much.
Tastes like metal when
When
you
it,
bite it.
and it's dry because
It's
thighs,
usually
thighs are
dry,
a lot.
yeah.
Thighs are a lot
Yep.
thicker,
yeah.
Good one.
but like juicier, and because it's the dark meat, it's just a lot better than the.
Turner's got some juicy old dark meat thighs for you, Connie.
You would know, Zach.
I do know.
Well, growing up as a kid, I always thought like Thanksgiving. I didn't hate Thanksgiving, but I hated Thanksgiving turkey. I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever
I'm not a
until
huge
I
turkey guy.
realized, like, because I was a kid, I wasn't fixing my plate. That my mom was giving me white meat turkey my
See,
whole life.
my mom really likes the dark meat a lot more than the white meat.
But a good
Good to know, brother.
Nice.
Brother Turnsky.
Nice.
nice.
Jesus.
But a good Thanksgiving meal
I love Allison.
has dark and white meat.
What?
A
What
good
turkey?
Thanksgiving turkey has
Oh,
both
yes.
the
Well,
options.
it like has to. By like,
Some people just only do the white meat.
really? How do you do that? Just chop the top off the
Yeah.
turkey?
They just get it like pre.
Well, I need to
What
team
makes-
up with those people. They
What,
can keep all the white
what
meat.
makes the meat dark or white?
It's the thigh or breast. It's just. It's
But, like,
the,
why?
There it is.
It's
I
like the
don't know.
tenderness of the meat.
It's the juice.
Okay.
I don't know.
Nobody
I
knows
mean,
the
like
answer.
I don't know. Like
fucking
If I
know the
had to
answer
guess,
that.
it has to do more with.
Mike,
I don't
Mike,
know.
tell us the answer. Mike Kidwell.
Mike will know. Mike, when you
Let
hear
us
this,
know.
please text me and let me
Oh,
know the
Like
difference between
chickens
white
use
and
their
dark
legs,
meat.
but they don't use their breast.
Ah,
That's my
so
guess.
like movement.
I don't
and
know.
like
Breast
that would
is
make sense.
I-
Like how tender it is, how much it
I could
moves,
be
and like
completely
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I feel it.
So I guess the
like that.
last thing until we, I guess, head over to TSP. When I saw Mike after golfing on Saturday, he did say that he does remember the governor of Virginia doing blackface. That was like the first thing he said to me. He was like, "Oh," and he just started spitting off things that we talked about in the
Yeah.
podcast, and he's like just saying it randomly. And I'm like, "What is he talking about?" I was like, "Oh shit, this is what we just talked about last week." He does remember, but. It was so funny. He was like, "But I don't really remember what I was doing, so it could have been me." He was like, "Actually, you know what? Probably shouldn't be saying that."
Canceled.
But it was just funny.
Shout
It's
out, Mike.
It's always
Love
good
that.
to see Mike.
Oh yeah, we saw him that day too.
Yeah.
Last thing on Roundtable, I actually have something I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Mainly for you, Connor. Turner brought this on to me. There's this show called The Midnight Gospel.
Hey, I'm Clancy.
You want to be on my space cast? So Connor, you got to check the show out. It's a Netflix
It's
original
the-
show.
It's the cartoon thing that you were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he was
told
talking about
I
it.
told
Trying to
everyone
sell
at
to
the
everybody.
fight, and you guys all made fun of me, and were like, "Why you guys?
I did. I did because I watched the trailer and it looks like I'm
He
tripping
showed
on
us-
fucking
he showed us the
LSD.
trailer like a few days before that.
Right.
That's why I was giving you a hard time because I was like, Turner, you literally just told us about this like 3 days ago.
I was
You're-
talking
you're
to
trying
Brant,
sell
and
it.
you were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Turner, you already told us." And I was like, "Well, I'm talking to Brant, so I don't really know."
But this show, you have to watch it because it's very cool. But for the only reason is, it's actually a podcast, but they animated it and they do like it's very very deep like intellectual conversations that these people are having, but like the most absurd animations that are going on. It's like it's
That go
very
along with
interesting.
the story,
Yeah,
too.
it's very very interesting. And for anyone that's listening and wants something new and interesting to watch on Netflix, The Midnight Gospel, just watch the first episode at least, and
Okay.
it's very interesting. But it is hard to listen to what they're saying and watch what's going on too. It's pretty
Right.
crazy, but it's very good. Very good new show. That's the last thing. So moving on to TSP with the lads then. California governor says that they're starting sports June 1st.
The
I got
first
here.
week in June.
I got here a little late.
That's
So they were making the outline.
Yeah,
And the
beginning
first,
of June is what I read.
right. And the first thing I said is, well, how does that work for the rest of the states? You know what I mean? Like, are they like? Can someone help me here? What does that mean?
So, I mean, obviously they don't. The California governor can't say, "All right, the NBA is starting back up."
Right.
But he's saying, "What? Who did you tell me this? That
it was-
that Trump gave the authority to all the governors.
Yeah.
So the authority to open it up is to all the governors. So now, the way I'm taking this is the governor of California has allowed sporting events to take place with no fans.
Right.
So he's allowing that to happen. So now, if all the other states would open up, then they can start the league.
So is that
This
how that
really-
works? Like, so for NBA, like all the states want to open up besides fucking.
Well, I think you could do it if the league agrees to it.
Yeah, if the league agrees, then like
Then you
the
could
Mo-
we could still DC could still
yeah, the
have a
Milwaukee
game in
Bucks
DC.
could fly to California and play in California.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Word up. Well, shit, man. I hope that starts because June 1st, right around the corner.
Still no fans though.
Still no fans, but as long as I can watch it and bet on it,
that's fine.
That's cool.
I think we're gonna be no fans for a long time.
Same.
Yeah, probably the rest of the year, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm so over this fucking
But yeah.
coronavirus.
Texas. I just saw Texas is opening up May
You said
30th.
May
May
31st,
31st.
right?
Yeah.
I think the gyms are open in West Virginia.
I think
Yeah,
I saw some snaps today.
I got a Gold's Gym email saying that they were
Yeah, they opened today.
They were limiting
The number of people?
the number of people, and like what.
So what am I supposed to show up? And they're like, "Oh, we can't let you in right now."
Right, and it's like,
If I drive to the fucking
God,
gym,
the
I'm
gym's like the
honestly-
one place where you really might catch the corona.
Right.
For real.
Like
That's a lot of
honestly,
flu.
I might start going there.
I don't trust other people to clean up after themselves.
Like even if they
wipe
like,
down and,
how well do you have to clean off the machine you're using to
Right.
like uncontaminate it? Like
But-
you really
but
got to
the-
scrub that motherfucker down.
But the email said like they were only allowing like different machines to be used. So I don't even know if
Yeah,
there's
so, like,
if there's like a lot, or if it's just like treadmills.
Treadmills,
and-
Are
So
they-
like I can't walk in and do weights.
I
maybe
don't.
not.
I don't know.
Probably
it's like
not.
how can
honestly.
you clean? I think they won't let you do free weights probably
Yeah,
because it's
probably
like
not.
you can't.
Well, then I'm not
everyone
going
touch
to the
that, yeah. But it's like it's the same with the machines. Like it's like I could see, the cardio machines being open, but
Yeah.
still,
'cause
it's
that's
like
an easy wipe down.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like I don't know. But yeah,
It's
that's
a
pretty
lot.
cool. Yeah.
I was gonna say because you asked me the other day about it. My dad told me he drove past the Harper's Ferry Brewery, and it looked open.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that stuff is open.
Definitely want to go check that out, especially on a weekend. Like last Friday or Saturday, it would have been nice to go hang out outside there and drink some beer somewhere. But things are slowly opening back up, so there is a light at the end of this very long
I'm just
tunnel.
afraid that it's going to relapse.
It could.
It's
and,
going
and,
to.
and that's my biggest fear with all of this happening. And like maybe we're over exaggerating shutting down anyways. Yeah. But it's just a precaution. And now that everybody's pretty much going mentally insane because we've been stuck inside, quote unquote, for almost 70 days, that like now like the governments and like people are kind of realizing, well, maybe we should slowly start opening back up. And then I'm just afraid it's just going to be a complete relapse, and it's just going to.
I think numbers will
I mean, the numbers
They'll
are going
spike.
down.
They'll spike.
they'll spike up.
Right.
They'll start going down, and then they'll
But
just
it's
hit a
like,
huge spike.
but if it spikes, are we
It'll spike
are
higher.
we going to go back to where we just were, or
If
are we
it
just
spikes
are we just
again,
gonna
it'll be
or
worse.
Are we just going to
Yeah.
write it out?
you think
No one really
you think it's going
knows.
to shut everything down again?
Right, but like that's the thing. Are we just going to write it out, or are we going to shut everything down again?
When I was listening to Joe and Elon Musk talk about it, they were saying they both agreed that they think if you feel you're immune and at risk, then you should be the one self-isolate and not like shut down any other places. Or if like if your grandma is whatever,
Just not in good health.
whatever, yeah, she's older, whatever. Just
Prone to illness.
you should not be going to visit her, but maybe you can still go out and
Yeah,
But she stays at home constantly. Like
I mean, that's tough though, because it's like,
it is tough. Like you're still
what
gonna
if
come
you,
across.
what if you do, like, what if you're supposed to take care of your grandma?
Well, yeah, then in that sense, then you shouldn't go out.
But what if you have to work at Tesla and Elon Musk is making you go back to work?
Like, even where I work,
see,
like,
that's
we're-
sticky situations.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we're closed to the public, but people come in to my office all the time, and I meet them outside. And 95% of the people that I deal with that are customers of ours are like 60 and older. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what do I do? Like, am I supposed to? What am I gonna do?
right.
Ben's gonna start going to the gym. He's gonna give me corona, and I'm gonna fucking kill a bunch of people. You know what I mean? So that's what's gonna happen here.
Maybe.
It sucks.
That's why I don't like that idea of like putting it into like the individual's hands.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like we all know people like that are like
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
and we don't trust.
Oh yeah.
And then B, it's like now we feel like we have like Zach is at his job feeling like he has a personal responsibility to
A
stay
liability.
safe and exactly
Yeah.
and like so I don't know.
And like even
Yeah.
for my coworker and stuff, but yeah, it's whatever. But things are opening back up. Hopefully it doesn't spike back up like horribly. And hopefully we can get everything back open and get back to some normalcy here soon. Because I need it. But in other news, German soccer's back. The Bundesliga.
Bundesliga.
That's really all I know about that.
Yeah.
Just sports are back, kind of.
Just happy to be sports are back. Yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
They played
to
with
think
no
about
fans.
How like just leagues in Europe are just opening now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like soccer's a good one though to be able to do it with no fans. It's a little bit spaced out. Not to say that
They do.
don't come
They
in contact.
do
'Cause
it.
They do, but
There's been plenty of games played in recent years with no fans, just because of like protests and riots and
Yeah.
those
Political things
People get
and-
fucking crazy over there. So I mean, I've watched games with no fans, so like they've done it before. So
I feel like that and baseball are the two that should be able to start up. I'd say the soonest. That would make the most sense. They're mainly outside and
yeah,
spaced
wide open
out
space.
I don't know about baseball.
because of the dugout.
Yeah.
But they can maybe.
They
What
could
if
put
they
them
would
in
like
the
sit
they
in the
could put 'em in the
stands? Yeah.
if there's no
that's
fans
true.
there.
That's true.
But you're
I
right.
think
The dugout wise,
the trickiest things with all these sports is like
sideline
like
stuff.
sidelines and locker
Well, so the
rooms.
sidelines for the soccer players, I saw them. They were pretty much. I don't know if they were technically in the stands, but they were like sitting up, and they were all spaced like 6 feet apart.
Right.
And like while they weren't on the field, I think they had face
But
masks
like,
on. Which
but that's what we
Right.
see, like in front of the camera. But then behind the scenes, when they're in the
Well,
locker
yeah.
rooms, you
yeah,
know,
exactly.
it's like
Locker rooms and stuff.
No
like that.
shot that they're
right, exactly.
And all it takes is one lad to be like sick, and now the whole team's fucked.
Exactly.
So that's why that's
Exactly.
the like big risk reward with. The
I will
sports.
say it's really gone down with like famous people getting the corona. Used to be like every other day there was a headline that this player has
Yeah,
corona.
that was
This person.
annoying.
Now I haven't. I mean, I don't even remember the last like famous person that's been diagnosed with corona. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing. And so yeah, soccer's opening back up. How about the old NASCAR boys? What do you
Heck
think?
yeah.
He's turning left. You know what I mean?
here comes another lift.
Like, even my coworker asked me, she's like, "Did you watch NASCAR?" And I was like, "No, I don't watch." She's like, "I don't either, but you know, sports are back." I'm just like, "Yeah, it is kind of exciting, I guess."
back.
I watched a little bit of it. Big B had some bets on, won a little bit of money.
I don't
betting
even-
on some of the guys.
I don't know if I've talked about this. I've been to one NASCAR event. It was at Delaware
Dover
Speedway.
Downs.
That's
Is it called Dover Downs?
no, that's the horse racing
Yeah,
track.
yeah,
I think
it's
it's just
horse
Delaware Speedway, but I don't really
okay.
know. It's actually a pretty small track. Only cool thing about that is you can bring your own beer inside.
That's exactly what Big Brand was telling like Kaylin and I yesterday.
That is the only cool.
That's
you
all
can't-
NASCAR
And-
events,
and
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
each individual
so
person
crazy.
can bring their own cooler in.
Yeah, we brought 2 coolers in
And like
full
you
of
can
Bud Light.
and you can stack it to the top.
Oh, yeah.
But like what Big B was saying was like it has to be like a certain size cooler, like a certain height or
I
something.
mean, you can't bring the fucking giant Yeti in. You know what I
Can't bring-
mean?
Right.
Start
Can't
selling those
the
suckers.
keg in?
Yeah, you can't be doing that. But they're pretty laid back. They do not give a fuck.
I'm sure they're chill.
But it's like you can't even enjoy it with your friends. Like you got these. I literally have these fucking headphones on, and I can't talk to Kevin who's right fucking next to me.
'Cause it's so loud,
So loud. So it's like halfway through and I don't know who's in first. You can't. They're going so fast you can't fucking see.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going on. You just look at the little tower that tells you who's in first. Car 98's in first. I have no
I
idea.
think the main point of NASCAR is just to get fucked up.
That's it. That's it. And I can get behind
it's
that.
It's to go
While you're
and
there, at
go
least.
and have fun with your friends and celebrate watching cars go fast.
And
Yeah.
not talking about it.
So yeah, it's hard to and like halfway through I had to go like outside the stadium and just take my headphones off and
needed
just
a
fuck.
break.
I can't hear myself think. And you
Yeah,
can
that's
only
too
drink
much.
so many Bud Lights watching cars go in circles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's fun. Like I wouldn't be opposed to getting a big group together and going. I don't even know where the closest speedway around here is, but
I don't know, but
I
I
mean,
There's lots of
mean,
small races. My cousin's a racer.
see, it would be fun to go to like a demolition derby or like a dirt track.
My cousin,
I've been to-
my cousin races
There's
these
dirt tracks
small.
up in like Hagerstown.
Mhm,
Yeah,
those
that's,
are fun.
that's where my cousin races. He races these little like sprint cars.
Mhm.
Like the roof is like slanted
Yeah.
for the turn,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's on a dirt track. It's pretty sick. He goes really fast and
I can get
slides
behind
and
those
shit.
because you can actually follow what's going on, and it's not like
It's
you
pretty
know,
quick
crazy
races, too.
loud. Yeah, yeah, those are fun. But
They're
I don't
not,
know if you
like,
can bring beer
hours.
into those, so it's like
Nah,
you probably can.
you might be
Not
able to
allowed,
sit
but-
out.
Actually, that's
you might
true.
be able
You
to
can
sit
do whatever the
outside
hell you
fence.
want.
Yeah.
You might be able to sit outside the fence and like legally.
yeah, we're in.
But yeah,
All
so
right,
the race was in Darlington, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, my dad told me yesterday that was the first racetrack that he had ever seen. So when he was growing up, he was down in Myrtle Beach for a weekend, and on his way back, he saw a little sign said Darlington Raceway. And, you know, back then there wasn't like a shit ton of security and, you know, being careful with everything. The gate was just open, and he just walked right up and walked right in and looked at the
watched-
raceway.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I mean, he said
Oh,
nothing was going on.
I
but
see.
like,
yeah, that's cool.
and
They take
like,
take the old car out on the track?
I don't think so. But I mean, it's only like it's a little less than a mile track. I think it was like 293 laps yesterday.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean,
and who ended up winning?
It was Kevin Harvick.
Don't know who that is.
I love Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah. Kevin Hart.
Good comedian.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Also
Yeah,
an
I mean,
NASCAR
it
driver.
was. Dad also told me that the very first lap, and keep in mind this is the first race that they've had in like 60 days since the quarantine. First lap, there was a wreck.
People were
It was
antsy.
it was the first thing Dad said. He was like,
It's like Vin Diesel.
he
You
was
got to
like,
hit the
"Did you see
exhaust out
NASCAR's
there.
back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just haven't really been watching." He was like, "First lap, there was a crash." I was like, "Jesus."
Is it fucked up that like that's what you want though?
That's what Jeanette. So that's what Jeanette said. Jeanette, we were talking about it, and she's been to a few races, and she grew up around cars and whatnot. And she said, honestly, the race is kind of boring. The only exciting part is when they wreck.
Yeah, is that kind of fucked up? I mean,
it's
just
kind
a
of
little
fucked up,
excitement.
but
As
yes,
long as
I mean-
everyone's okay.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it was just funny that she said it. I was like, oh, it's kind of fucked up. But
Yeah,
it was,
it's true.
It's true though. Like,
All right, last thing with TSP with the lads, we're going to touch on it quickly as well. The MJ documentary, the 10-part series, is finally done. The last 2 episodes came out last night, 9 and 10. Ben and I got the pleasure of watching them. Turner, did you get to catch up on them?
Of course.
It was awesome. Connor, I'm not even going to ask you.
He said he watched a little bit of it.
Which is weird, I have to bring up. Like, how do you sit down for the 9th and 10th episode, watch a little bit of it? The 10th episode's about to come on, the last one, and you're like, nah, I'll watch it later. And then is that what happened?
I mean, Kaylin was at the house, so I was spending time with her.
She said, Kalen, just the greatest basketball player that's ever played.
It was
But
fantastic.
I haven't watched all. I watched the first one, the first episode. So I need to catch up myself before
Gotcha.
really even catching up. So
I just can't, I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to make fun of you, Connor, but sometimes you make it very hard for me.
to not.
It's so
So
hard.
I make it easy for you.
No, you make it hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
You do. But
it's what I do.
we're not going to go into depth about every episode. Basically, I just want people that are listening that haven't seen it, go watch it. It is just incredible. I thought the Tiger King documentary was great, but this one probably beats it. This is fucking fire. The story it tells. My only problem with it kind of jumped around a little bit too much. It did tell you what year they were, but they would jump around a lot, and it was hard to follow. But they basically go through every season that he had as a bull, the 6 years, his break that he had, and then going, or not the 6 years, the 6 champions that he won. I don't know how long he was in the league for. It was a while, early 90s. Or like the 80s.
Early or late 80s.
And then he won
10 years
91,
now.
2, and 3, took a break, came back and won 6, 7, and 8.
Yep.
So 2 3-peats. The biggest controversy, though, that I would like to talk about is, do you think that they would have won the 7th the following year?
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. Do you think that they should have
If they had all the same players, yeah.
kept Phil Jackson as the coach and gave everyone 1-year deals to keep the salaries?
I understand from a general manager point of view that that's not worth that. You can't do that,
Right.
Because like they were saying, Steve Kerr's value at the end of that championship
Yep.
through the roof.
And Scotty
if
was
you wait a
pissed
year,
off.
if you wait a year, Steve Kerr is going to be worth nothing,
Yeah.
close to nothing. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
not
Or
obviously nothing,
potentially, like-
but I mean, say in reference, he just won 3 championships in a row with the Bulls. He's worth $20 million. He has an offer on the table to sell Steve Kerr, or I could sign him for $10 million for another year, and then next year maybe you only get $5 million for him.
Yeah.
It's just business decisions.
It's like, also I looked at it as, if you're in like the Bulls front office, and like you're thinking about a 7th championship, like the possibility of you getting a 7th championship, like the cost of that probably isn't worth, like, you know what I mean? Like you just got 6 championships.
Yeah.
Like what's a
It's
7th going to
six
do for your
championships in 7
franchise
years, right?
that you haven't already got? Like it's
So
obviously
you think
gonna,
they're thinking like,
I guess
why
on
are we
that
going to
point-
push so hard for this one? Let's
Yeah.
just start
Start the rebuild.
rebuilding and
Yeah.
get another back-to-back.
Yeah, it's like you're pushing off the inevitable. You're going to have to rebuild eventually.
You are, but when greatness is there, you ride it out until it dies.
I mean, especially when you're on a three-peat.
I
The
think
3-peat, why not just go for the 4? They were just so adamant about getting, the rebuild, and Jerry Krause really wanted to get Phil Jackson out of there.
Yeah,
And-
which is wild.
which is blows my mind.
And it's
It's
kind
a
of
weird.
crazy.
It's
I think there's a
weird,
lot more
yeah.
to it.
There is
There
for
definitely
sure.
And we don't even know.
Well, because
Um,
like it's focused on MJ, it's not focused on like them.
Well, they really went in depth. Like
went
there was a
in,
whole
yeah.
episode about Scotty, a whole episode about Dennis Rodman, and then like Jerry Krause, and
Steve Kerr got a whole bit last night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was good stuff.
that was
But
really
like
good.
there's not like the backstory with Jerry Krause and Phil a whole
There-
lot, right?
I mean, there
There
is,
is,
yeah.
yeah.
there
In the
is.
earlier episodes, they really talk about
Oh, yeah.
their differences, and
They were showing Mike like players just berating Jerry on the bus, just
Yeah,
calling
you
him
take those
names.
short pills today.
I thought it
saw
was
that.
very. I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. Noble, admired. I don't know.
Admirable.
Admirable, maybe that Scottie Pippen had a lot of disagreements with Jerry Krause. I think maybe more than anyone on the team. But at the end of episode 10, I want to say it was, or 9, I can't remember. He, gave him his credit. He said that Jerry is potentially the greatest general manager of all time. You can't take that away from him. He was the general manager for the Bulls, all 6 champions
Yeah.
that they won with Jordan, I believe.
yeah.
Can't take that away from him, but yeah, there was a lot of questions. Probably the biggest question is like, why would he? What was the deal? Like, why did he want to get rid of Phil Jackson so bad? Like, regardless if they win the championship or not, you're gone, and they go out and win it. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of look like an idiot. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy.
But like, when
Hey,
when you're
they
the
went
general
on-
manager, you got to do what you think.
I think
right.
some people. I think they talked about. Tell me if I'm wrong, but they were saying like his ego was kind of getting in the way. Like he wanted to make the public seem like they were winning championships because of him.
Right.
Yeah.
He
So
didn't
like
get
they were
enough
like,
credit.
oh,
I think that was
yeah.
the
That's the
issue.
thing. That's
Mhm.
the thing. If, like from a young age, I think they were saying how like he wouldn't get credit for things. So like he was trying to make it seem like it was his reason that they won these championships. So he's trying to get Phil out of there, put a new coach in there. They still win a championship. Oh, I'm the greatest general manager ever.
That's my thing.
And that makes
when,
sense,
When
but-
Scotty said that he's the best GM, I mean, like I respect it because it's like Scotty was there. It's his opinion.
Yeah.
My question when he said that was what's his name?
Jerry Krause.
Jerry. Was Jerry still with the Bulls after that?
Yeah.
Because the Bulls have been shite for 20 years.
Yeah, he's dead
He was
now.
the best.
Jerry's
Well, yeah,
dead
he's
now.
dead now.
Oh, he
but
is.
like, how long did he GM after that?
That's a good question.
I
That's
can
look
like
that up.
worth a Google.
You know,
looking
if you're the
it up.
best GM ever, you would have got another pretty decent team, eh?
But I think it's kind of cool that Phil Jackson has coached 2 of the probably top 3 or NBA players that have ever played,
Yeah, it's pretty swag.
and he's won championships.
And
with
Phil
both
is
of
a.
them.
Yeah.
I knew Phil was
Gonna say.
cool, but Phil is fucking cool.
He's
bruh.
cool.
The shit they did with like the
Super
coffee
cool.
can, like that's like some like camp counselor Zen Buddhism, like
Well, he said he's
Oh,
very
yeah.
big
Yeah,
into
he's a-
Indian, Native American
Yep.
heritage, and like
and his
He-
wife was
that's how he connected with Dennis Rodman.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
You
his
are
wife is
the
a social
something.
worker.
Yeah.
So he's
Indians-
just an all around awesome.
Strange
guy.
one or something.
strange
like
one.
that.
You are the strange one
those-
of this tribe. I can't remember what the word is, but Jerry Krause was with. He was the general manager for the Bulls from 1985 to 2003. That's a long
I don't
fucking
know,
time.
bro. You have 5 years to get another squad together, and you ain't do shit.
Well, obviously, yeah, like he might as well rode out the greatness because, yeah, I mean, what happened afterwards? They were
Yeah.
pretty shite.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also didn't like how
They
they,
did have D,
ended
they
it.
did draft D Rose, who injured himself. So
Yeah, that's true.
Well, when did D Rose come?
I mean,
to
it
the
was,
league?
it was after Jerry. I was just saying for the
Oh,
Bulls,
okay,
Bulls
okay,
franchise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But one thing I didn't like about the documentary, but I do understand it, is the way they ended it. They ended it with them winning the last dance and basically said that Michael retired after that, which he did, but he came back. I don't know when he came back, but they don't
It
even
was like
talk
what,
about that.
01,
Somewhere around there.
02 or 03 or something like that. It
But
was
he
late.
comes back and they just, and I get it. If you're doing a documentary about his legacy, that's where his legacy ended pretty much. So I get that, but at least kind
I
of tell us when he
wanted to
came
see-
back.
Well, they might have not. They probably didn't film any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the last.
They definitely didn't film any of that.
Yeah.
Like cameras following him around with
Yeah.
the Wizards and
Well,
shit.
I'm sure
like,
he still had lots of cameras following him just because
Yeah,
it's
like
fucking
you know
NJ.
when you saw like
But yes,
nothing like
yes,
the
you're right.
documentary.
You're
the
right.
old footage that looked really really good.
It was so good.
That
dude.
was like from the Last Dance, like camera
Yeah.
crew that they
Yeah.
hired.
That's
for,
in-
like, that
And I
specific-
thought that
That's-
was
I thought that's incredible. How like if you watch videotapes of games back then, it's like
Yeah.
so shitty. But then
That's-
you watch that and they have like the perfect HD footage of
Yeah.
all
It was-
those moments.
and it's
They
happening.
crazy
shot it on
because they're
film.
like in the the crowd kind of. You're not getting like a normal camera angle. You're getting it like right under the basket. They're zooming in on certain players,
they
and
must
it's
have had,
beautiful.
They must
HD
have had like
film.
5 cameras like
Oh yeah,
set up.
It was awesome.
That's
It was
awesome.
awesome. Fantastic documentary. To wrap it up, go watch it.
I got a bonus comment.
Okay, yeah. I
You
like
know
that.
the goat speech where he's crying and he says, "If you don't want to play that way, then don't play that way."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Where he's crying, like people like, is Michael too harsh? They were asking his teammates, and at the end he was crying in his chair, and he's like, "Look, if you don't want to play that way, then don't play that way."
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, apparently that was like a 5-minute rant, and the editor like cut it up. So hopefully we see that whole rant because that shit was pretty fire. I want to know why he got like so emotional when he was like talking about that.
Well, I think, I think his story is just unmatched. He's obviously the greatest of all time, but that story and the way he did it and his mentality, the way he explains the reason he did things. And I like how he said that people might not like the person that you see in this documentary at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I respect everything that he did and the way he was towards his teammates. I mean, if you're going to be the greatest of all time, you can't be best friends with everyone. You got to
Yeah,
put.
I mean,
you gotta
why
push
was
people.
why was
It's kind of like how
why
Kobe was too.
like in his
A lot of
eyes,
people hated Kobe.
his job was to
played
win
with him.
championships.
Yeah,
Right.
and mold people to where he wanted them to be.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Go watch it.
Also, bonus Game 6 on Game 6 of the '98 finals
Tonight
on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Eastern.
Full
with
HD footage.
the HD footage that they had in the last
with
dance.
never before seen footage.
Oh,
all filmed by the crew. Yeah.
is that going on just ESPN?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think 9:00 Eastern.
Right on. Okay.
So the last sports thing
Mm-hmm.
popped in my head. I think it's this Saturday. So sadly we won't be able to watch it. Phil, Tiger,
That's this weekend.
Peyton, and Tom Brady are all playing against each
Golf.
other.
Does your Gramps get some?
Yeah, he gets full TV there,
That,
so we
that
can
would
watch
probably
it.
be there.
Definitely be.
But I mean, we
But-
still might not be able to really.
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
yeah.
Alrighty. All right.
But yeah,
moving
so
into
that's something we
I'm
can
gonna
talk
have to
about.
bet on that before we go.
moving into the questions. I got 7 of them. You guys ready?
Lit.
Sure.
Okay. If you were dating a 10, but at night she turned into a hideous creature like Fiona from Shrek, would you still date her?
If her personality was there, yes.
Beautiful answer.
I really like
try.
Ben's answer. I think personality is key. Personality and just like being able to like talk to him. So yeah, I would probably still.
So
date him.
physically, they
Same.
just turn into a beast.
just at
Yeah.
night.
Just at night.
Hey,
Are they a beast in the sheets?
I was gonna say, I still kind of
Hey,
nice
look-
with it though.
lady in the streets, or lady in the
Boo.
Streets, beast in the sheets.
yeah, beast in the sheets.
I like that.
I fucked.
I'm
that
an
up.
ogre.
I was fucked that up.
All right. Good answer. Okay.
Connor's all about turning the lights off and not seeing what they look like anyway. So
No, I'm worried about what I look like.
fair.
Would you, I don't know if we've done this one, we might have. Would you rather permanently cum in your pants before sex or start crying mid sex?
I'm gonna go with
We talked
cry,
about
'cause
this.
The first one,
I don't know what I answered.
You can't even have sex if you nut in your pants beforehand.
That's very true.
So I'm
At
just,
least halfway through sex, you just cry and then
And
you
that
just
sounds
play it
kinda-
off like this is so beautiful.
yeah, like not
God.
to get
But, like,
super
that's-
soft,
like,
but that sounds
whoa.
kind of nice.
But like, what type of crying is?
I mean, if you start,
are
like-
you like?
Yeah, let's go
sobbing?
say that you are absolutely sobbing.
Yeah, I would rather just pre-nut
Pre-nut?
and then maybe just be like, look, I need
Give
a
me,
second.
give me 10, 15, and maybe we can get this thing going.
But also, if you were like, if it wasn't such an intense cry, it was just like kind of like a beautiful cry. You're just making some sweet love and just tell
But
her
it's like
that.
every time.
you
though.
can't wait
Yeah,
10,
I guess
15 and
not
act
every
like
time.
you don't have a big old hard stain in your crotch.
Yeah, I mean, you just
What does
gotta
it say?
play
Read
off.
it again.
Would you rather prematurely come in your pants before sex
Okay.
or start crying mid-sex?
But I mean,
Yeah.
you can pre-cum. Like pre-cum could just be like a
No, it
little
says
drippage.
prematurely come. That's not the same as pre-cum.
yeah,
Fair.
It does.
I'd probably prematurely come. I don't think I could cry and like sob.
What about you,
I'm
Terrence?
crying. Hey,
I think I'm crying
that sounds
too.
kind of hot in the
think
right
girls would dig
circumstance.
it.
I would love to have some crying sex.
It's every time though, but it's midway through, so you could be cranking the joint,
Yeah.
and then you get a little emotional, be like, I was just cranking so hard.
Yeah,
Shit's so good.
Yeah,
I'm going crying.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, next question. I don't know if we've done this one either. Would you bang your cousin to win the Powerball?
Jeez.
I think we have done this one.
I'd say yes, only because I don't have like a literal cousin that I can like. I don't have.
I have lots of cousins.
I do, but I can't.
We're from West Virginia, right?
So would you fuck your cousin to win the Powerball, County? That's a yes. Ben.
First cousin, no. Maybe second
Yeah,
cousin.
first cousin probably not. No.
But
Are you
second
guys
cousin,
dead ass?
you dirty dog.
Like, you wouldn't
Like-
just swallow it for a little. Not swallow. You know what I mean? That's a figure of speech.
I don't
You
think
wouldn't
I
just
could.
bite the bullet for
I-
a Powerball.
It matters.
I would
It
feel
matters,
so
I
dirty
guess.
and wrong.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, yeah.
That money would feel so good.
It would. It would.
like, does anybody else know? Like,
Here we
like-
go again,
like,
Connie.
Only you two
Like-
know.
Don't tell your dad. Like,
What are you doing,
like-
step bro?
like-
right?
you don't-
Exactly.
don't
What
tell
do you
Help
do,
me, I'm
step
stuck
bro?
in the
let's
washer.
Let's just keep
Can't
this
do that.
between us.
We're related. You're only my stepsister.
Not by blood.
Yeah, porn is so weird nowadays. Anyway.
So weird.
It's good
Okay.
stuff.
I like it.
Is
I mean,
jerking off to a webcam girl cheating?
No.
No,
Whoa.
but unless you're getting like a private show from like a not porn star girl.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're getting a private show, or if you're getting a private show from Lana Rhodes, like you paid for it,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider that cheating. But like if I was getting a show from a girl from high school or college, yes, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the line is basically if you know them personally,
Yeah.
then it's like a little weird. But if
So-
it's like a
But
random
I
campsite,
also feel like buying for a personal show these days is like stupid.
I mean,
I would
like,
agree.
we're
not
for
there.
free.
Yeah.
It's the world we live in, but
Yeah.
I
people,
agree, it's
people
stupid, but-
like that feeling of it's you.
It's like, oh my
You're
God.
the
It's
special
personal.
one.
Right.
It's
So,
personal.
so
Like
if
buying
I know I
OnlyFans
just
to
gave you
porn stars.
$400 for
so
this,
if
but
if that's what you like, then yes, I think that's cheating
you think that's
Why?
cheating?
because you're getting like special treatment from a female
a
when
total virtual.
and she
virtual.
doesn't even
I
like.
still
She doesn't
think
know
it's
what you
fucked
look
up.
like.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what you look like. She just knows
but
your name and you paid money.
Yeah, but you're watching her. I think it's fucked up.
You think that's cheating?
Yeah.
I would just say it's another type of porn.
I would say
Yeah.
it's not cheating, but like you said, if you do know her on a
But
personal
like-
level, and it's like if it's like Snapchat, you know what I mean? She's
Oh,
sending
yeah.
you nudes like
Yeah.
that. Not so much a webcam girl, that's cheating. But like I think like if you go on like a webcam site or whatever, and you're mingling with a chick, it's morally probably not right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't consider
Right.
it cheating.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, obviously, like-
I think I would consider. You just said
I wouldn't
morally
do
it's
it.
not right. If it's not morally right,
I
then-
think it's morally right.
No,
What's wrong with
it's
it?
morally
have a
okay, but like
girlfriend.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
What's
do
the
it.
difference between jerking off to Lana Rhodes on Pornhub and jerking off to a camera girl?
I agree. You're right. You know, it's
It's
not
the same.
cheating.
I,
It's not-
mean, I agree. It's the same.
yeah, I don't think it's morally wrong.
I just.
But
feel
if you like
for-
privately pay just for this girl to do a show for you, I feel like that
Right.
could be considered
yes, that 1,000%.
I can see both sides, but I would say it's not cheating, but the girl's obviously never going to see it that way. You know what
cheating.
I
No,
mean?
yeah, girls,
So-
yeah, girls cheating. Girls sees
But-
it as
I
cheating.
think it's
sure.
yeah.
But I don't
No,
think it's
there's no
cheating.
like emotional contact. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not.
I mean, my peen did not touch her.
yeah.
I think there's somewhat emotional if you're paying us. If you're paying just for you to be watching this video, then like you're kind of emotionally invested and financially invested in this.
I'd say
random
more
female.
just like your whacking's invested.
Yeah, I would
not
say
like
you're just
Right.
horny.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
really,
I'd just say
really,
you're
really
horned
horny, but you don't like love the girl.
Shit, people are
Yeah,
horny all the
exactly.
time, and they
It's
go
not
out-
like you're gonna be
they
like,
go out and
wow.
cheat and shit. So I
I
think,
feel like
think
that
it's all the same.
that post nut clarity's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, what was I just doing?
right.
Just $100 out the bank account.
I'm like fucking $100 down the drain for this bitch just to say my name and fucking finger blast herself.
Getting a call from the Ricky Burgess.
Wow.
Well, tell Ricky that we're fucking busy. All right, next question then.
That was a really good question. I like that.
Thank you.
It was
Thought
good.
thought provoking.
Yeah.
All right, ready? If you could get shit faced with any U.S. president, who would it be?
Wow.
Ever
Yeah,
or live?
ever. They have all the dead ones right here.
Maybe Abe.
I was thinking Abe.
I feel like he's an honest guy, you know?
Honest Abe.
Or he's a vampire. Who knows? Who knows?
He's also a world class wrestler.
He
I feel
is.
like Reagan would be kind of cool.
Honestly, I
Donnie.
think Donnie Trump would be kind of
was-
fun to get shit faced with.
That's literally my answer.
I'm not
I
like
don't-
you know what I
He
mean.
would be a
not
blast.
not a Donnie fan, really, politically wise, but like
He
when
would
it comes
say
to getting
some dumb
fucked up,
shit.
it literally says shit faced with any U.S. president. Donnie will show you a good motherfucking
Yeah,
time.
bring you to the golden showers.
GW
He'll
would
show you.
too.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to.
I think they
Senior.
all would,
Well,
honestly.
yeah, RIP to senior. But I think, like, kind of seeing, like, because, like, we were growing up, so we didn't pay a lot of attention to politics. And, like,
I still don't, but
Right.
yep, continue.
but, like, kind of seeing, like, how he is, like, outside of the presidency, he kind of seems like a chill and laid back guy.
Yeah.
Like, just
I feel like getting shit faced with Obama would be cool too.
I think that would be too.
I think he's a cool guy, but my answer's still Donnie.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for me to choose. I'm scared to go like past the 60s because I don't know how they feel about certain things.
Right.
But Teddy Roosevelt would be cool.
Teddy
Right.
would be
That
cool.
man rode like moose with his shirt off.
Yeah, yeah.
That man was blacked, like not black. That's a different video thing. But that man was just fucking blacked out all the time. Just fucking.
He was a sap. He had a pet
Shitface.
bear, right? Was that him? Teddy had a
Yeah.
pet bear.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
he had a
right,
bunch.
good.
He had like a bunch of animals. Yeah,
Yeah.
Teddy would be cool too. All right, good answers then. We all
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
All right, next question. If it was acceptable for men to carry purses, what would you carry in your purse?
Well, now it's kind of acceptable.
Technically. Definitely my phone. Probably a wallet.
Money, cards, yeah.
Weed,
Guns,
probably
Weed.
gun.
weed,
weed,
alcohol,
just weed.
just weed. Okay.
Just all the shit, you know?
It's
There's
Oh.
a picture of a fat old handgun.
Maybe some
Oh yeah, and the gat.
maybe
some
some
butt
snacks.
wipes,
Some
some
snacks.
gum.
Butt wipes is actually a great answer.
That's a fantastic answer.
You know, it's just
Lint roller. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Maybe a lint roller.
Lint
Roller
roller.
would be nice.
Definitely
Good.
gum, mints, any type of candy that
Like-
wouldn't take up too much space.
Just kind of like
Yeah.
there's different like cereal bars, not cereal bars, but like granola bars.
Granola bars.
Maybe some floss. Probably some floss.
Some jimmies.
Floss. Maybe even toothpaste.
It's not a bad move. A little extra toothbrush. Maybe one of those disposable like toothbrushes that have the toothpaste on them already.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be so clutch.
Condoms.
Definitely condoms.
Pretty
Wow,
good.
yeah.
Might have to go get me
I
a,
need
a nice
I need
Louis
a purse
Vuitton.
now, Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Last question then. If you could pick any character from TV or movie to be your college roommate, who would it be?
Say that again. Sorry.
If you could pick any character from TV or movies to be your college roommate, who would it be?
Any character.
Wow, that is a really good answer or a really good
I
question.
think I know mine.
Who?
Hi, I'm Clancy. You want to be on my space cast?
Honestly, that'd be sick.
Clancy is
Just
a
put your
sad-
head in the simulator and you just
Yeah.
go crazy.
I'm thinking like
Morty.
Morty?
Rick.
Morty?
Rick. Sorry, Rick.
Rick?
Oh,
That'd be
that
kind of sketch.
Those would both be terrible.
I'm
Morty would
thinking-
cry all
I'm
the time.
thinking
Rick would
along
just
the
like
lines-
berate you.
I don't really know the show. I just
Oh,
know
sure,
that
that's
Rick
right,
like
that's right.
builds all this shit where they can go
Yeah.
through different dimensions.
What are you
and-
thinking?
I'm thinking like a
That's a
Seth
Seth.
Rogen character. Like I think like
Like,
having like one of Seth Rogen's characters be your roommate.
which one are we thinking? Knocked Up Seth Rogen? We thinking Pineapple Express?
I'm thinking like Pineapple,
The Interview?
Pineapple Express. Interview would be good.
But I think Dave Skylark would be better for that. You know?
Or maybe like a Will Ferrell character would be kind of fun. Too.
Like a Brennan.
I was thinking Brennan or
Like, I don't know if Brennan would be a good roommate, though.
That would be a
College
no,
roommate.
I don't think so.
What about Anchorman? What's his name?
Ron Burgundy?
Ron Burgundy.
That might not be a good answer either.
a weird
But
roommate.
maybe
Yeah.
be pretty entertaining.
I think mine would be Harry Potter, maybe. You like that? Do a little.
Like he gets you killed doing some fuck shit.
Yeah.
You just want to go to parties and he's out like solving riddles and like, yo, chill, Harry. Like, just come drink with us tonight. It's like,
Yeah.
I got to solve the mystery of old. It's like, fuck off.
Maybe I'll choose like Neville or something then.
Neville did become pretty sad towards the end.
Yeah. Maybe someone from Harry Potter. I think that would be dope.
Pretty cool.
All right. Well, those are all the questions.
do you want to ask the one that you put away?
Do you know what it was? Because I don't remember.
It was would you rather give up sex or watching porn for a year?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So, at the current rate of this year,
Yep. Current rate. Starting
would-
right now, you have to choose one or the other. What are you going to choose?
and at the rate that I'm currently going at this year, I would say I would stick with the porn.
Yeah. Fuck these.
Nah.
Fuck these hoes.
yeah.
We don't need these hoes.
I don't know how long this quarantine's about to last.
Me and Jill are doing just fine the way we are.
Connie,
I would have to give up porn.
You dirty dog.
you fucker.
Respect.
Yeah.
Virginity rocks,
He-
Connor.
Yeah, I respect that.
Virginity rocks. Alrighty, well, those are all the questions. Moving into facts, and we'll end this motherfucker. I will go first. These are the Snapple facts brought to you by Snapple.
I like that.
My fact is this is crazy, and I don't know why this happens. Maybe you guys can help me out. The height of the Eiffel Tower, okay, varies by as much as 6 inches depending on the temperature.
It's because
It bends.
metal expands.
So,
or
like, if it gets
shrinks.
too hot, it'll grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
As much as 6 inches.
Yeah, but it's like think about how tall it
Yeah,
is.
it's huge.
Oh, it's pretty big.
So that's like a 0.1% increase for it.
like per
Probably not
inch,
even.
or not even per inch, like per like
Just
10 inches is like
overall.
yeah.
When I saw it, I honestly thought it was smaller than I would have expected.
Really,
Yeah.
I think you've said that before, and
I didn't-
It surprises me every time you say it.
Yeah. Once you get really close to it, you see how big it is. But when you see it from far away, you're like, it's not as
So
big
like,
as you would think.
is it smaller like height wise than like the Washington Monument?
I think it's bigger than that sucker. That thing, it's bigger than the Washington Monument.
Okay, so it's still
Taller.
It's still
it's
bigger.
taller.
Okay.
It's wide
The Eiffel
as
Tower?
a motherfucker.
what?
What are you talking about?
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower and the
yeah.
Washington
It's got to
Monument.
be taller than
Yeah,
Washington.
it's definitely taller, but it's
Okay.
pretty wide. Like the base of it.
I'd say they're pretty similar.
It's got to be.
So I mean, if it's similar, then like
Because it's a big
then-
tower you can go up on. Like, you can't even stand on
You
the
can go-
Washington. Well, you
Yeah, you
can.
can.
You
You can
know,
go up
you
in it.
can, but like, you
It's
know
just
what I mean?
really wide.
Yeah, but
but
it's not like.
But like the Eiffel Tower is like it's literally just like stairs like this or an elevator.
Yeah.
Just takes you to the top.
I've seen Rush Hour. It was a cool
The
fight
Eiffel
scene.
Tower is approximately 324 meters tall, while the Washington Monument
Right.
is 169 meters.
Okay, so it's
Fucking
double.
meters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's double the height.
So it's
Yeah.
definitely a lot.
I was like, there's no way
So
it's
so it's a
close.
lot bigger than like
Mm-hmm.
I even thought it was.
I'm telling you,
I
if
feel
you
like-
see
I feel
it,
like
it's
the Washington Monument's pretty tall.
tall, but
tall, but it's not that tall.
It's pretty tall.
It stands out.
I mean, but it's also in like a big ass field. by
Right.
itself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which is maybe
I mean,
maybe that's why the Eiffel Tower looks
kind of
small.
is. The Eiffel Tower kind of is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the middle of a field too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
All right, who's got a fact for me?
All right.
Connor already read his.
So
Yeah, I already said mine. So
I got
kinda
one
sucks.
fact that I just want to say, and then I got another just fun fact.
Cool. So you got mine and yours.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So this is figured out by Joe Rogan. He had a lady on his podcast named Dr. Rhonda Patrick. This is here. I'll just read it. So a study in Indonesia found that out of the patients that died from COVID-19, 98.9% of them were deficient in vitamin D, while only 4% of the patients with sufficient vitamin D died. A study of patients in New Orleans found that 84.6% of the COVID-19 patients in the ICU were deficient in vitamin D, while only 4% of the patients in the ICU had sufficient levels of vitamin D. A study in the Philippines found out that every standard deviation increase in vitamin D, people were 7.94 times more likely to have a mild rather than severe COVID-19 outcome. And then there's still more numbers, but just to wrap it up,
So vitamin D.
get your vitamin D. Go outside, get some
is
sun.
like sunlight.
Yeah.
And
Or
fucking America and
dick in your
the
ass.
whole
Quarantine.
world is telling us to stay
Stay
inside.
inside.
So
Yeah.
they're trying to kill us.
Yeah. So we need to make sure you're getting your vitamin D, but still social distancing outside.
Wow. So
Not to shit on that fact, but I think most people are like naturally deficient because we don't spend
Yeah.
enough time outside.
I would probably agree.
So, but that is interesting. I take
Yeah,
vitamin
it is
D
interesting.
every day with my CBD. It's
Nice.
great. It's good stuff.
I should start
do
taking
you actually
vitamin
take
D.
CBD?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I give Connor a hard 3 inches of vitamin D every morning, don't
Wow.
Well, okay.
So-
Here's another fun.
Sometimes it's 2.5.
Here's my fun fact. Okay.
I? Depending on the weather.
So you guys know Crush and
The soda?
Finding Nemo.
Crush.
Is
Which
that
one?
The
sea
turtle.
turtle.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sea turtle.
Dude.
Crash. Is it Crash?
It's Crush. You know, he's like, "Dude," like he's like,
First I was like, dude.
like
and then I was
blazed, like
dude.
surfer guy kind of guy.
Yeah.
So there's a reason behind that. So he's portrayed as high because sea turtles actually eat jellyfish, and the poison that's inside the jellyfish doesn't actually harm the turtles, but instead intoxicates them, much like marijuana does for humans.
That's fucking awesome.
I would love to be a sea turtle right
So marijuana to us is jellyfish to turtles.
Isn't it crazy that there are some
Both
animals?
natural.
There's like some type of some type of monkey that goes out and I think they lick these poisonous frogs
Oh yeah,
and they just trip super hard balls
ball. Well,
like, all day long.
humans.
That's
do
all
that.
they
I was
do.
gonna say
Humans
do
do
that.
that.
Too.
Well, yeah, but these monkeys, What about the idea of the evolution into humanity was actually monkeys consuming a crazy amount of psychedelic
Psychedelics.
mushrooms, and it formed their brain,
brains
and,
were, yeah.
and we turned into humans. What do you think about that, Connor?
Wow, that is deep.
It's the stoned ape theory.
Yeah. What do you
I
also?
think it's very believable.
Was that on the movie you guys watched the other day?
I don't know what
maybe.
movie we're talking about,
were-
but no.
We were watching a psychedelic movie, but never mind.
Oh, I fell asleep,
Yeah, never
so
mind.
I don't recall. But that was mainly about LSD as opposed to
that was all.
mushrooms.
It was pretty much all.
It was all of them. Yeah, they were
So,
talking about peyote and stuff.
What do you think
Anyway.
about the idea, that the whole coronavirus is fake because the government needs everyone to go inside so they can change the batteries in the birds? What do you think about that?
And the pigeons.
All birds are robots.
I was gonna do it.
Every
but I
single
can't.
bird.
Every bird.
That's stupid.
What were you gonna do?
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Never mind.
Oh, nice, Connie. Nice.
I leaned in because I was gonna do it, and
Nice.
I was like, you know what?
Nice.
It's not the right time.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty. Well, that about wraps it up. Any more questions or concerns?
Turner's got a
Just
fact.
cut a fact.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm just disrespecting you.
You just straight disrespect me. I don't know how I feel about it.
That was like the most disrespect.
I read 2 facts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go on.
All right. Well, I got another chemotherapy fact. Since
Interesting.
Connor had a chemo fact. So, did you know that a common ingredient in chemotherapy, the substances used for chemotherapy, is horse sperm?
Wow.
I don't have an article. I don't have any more information.
That's it.
This was a comment on Reddit that I'm just reading to you now.
So
I believe it.
one of the ingredients in chemo is that like a chemo? Is that like a
It's-
form of treatment, or is that like you get chemoed? You know what I mean? I'm very.
Chemotherapy is a form of treatment.
It's like the radiation.
Yeah,
right?
chemotherapy.
It's like
Okay.
you kind of.
So
Chemoradiation.
what's
what I don't
getting
understand.
injected
And-
has horse semen in it. That's interesting. How did they figure out that concoction of stuff? You think?
Somebody just must have been
Given the old jerk skis.
just giving a little massage to his old stallion. And
You gotta get them off sometimes, you know.
Yeah. What? There's a
They're
movie
animals
where
too,
they do
okay?
that.
jackass.
That's very true. They actually do that in real life. This was fictional movie, but
Oh,
same idea.
yeah. No, they did it in Jackass.
Can you imagine that being your job, like getting the studs off to like, I don't know, maybe impregnate the horses?
You
Like,
think you would get good at it? Good at it after a
You'd
while?
probably know exactly what to do. Yeah.
Like,
I
Maybe
mean,
know
tickle the
exactly
balls a
what they-
little bit.
It's like I know.
do you think it takes much? Like each horse is different. I think it's just like you're
No.
stroking that thing. It's
I feel like it's pretty easy to do.
I feel like it might be kind of hard. No homo. That's a large penis.
Well,
It's
I
a
mean, like, are you
huge
hand
long-
stroking it, or do you have like a machine to do
That's
it?
what.
Oh, if you got a machine,
That-
that's cheating.
that is cheating.
But I'm just saying, like, I think it would be
That has to
not like a
be-
machine, but like a pocket pussy.
Do you double hand
Cheating.
action? You got to, right?
If you don't go
I think
hand on
you have-
hand on your
you have to-
stallion, you're
you
not
have
a
to
real
double hand
farmer.
it. That thing is huge.
A real G
Do
put
you
his
think?
mouth on it,
Do you think
right?
the guy that did Dirty Jobs? Do you think he ever did anything like that?
I'm sure he did.
Maybe.
The History Channel or
I mean,
whatever
Probably
it is?
something like that.
He had his hand in a cow vagina.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
All my homies don't fuck with Mike Rowe.
Micro?
That's his name, Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe.
Mike
Yes.
Rowe.
I thought you were saying micro, like
Yeah, like-
microeconomics.
I do not fuck with that
Wiener.
either.
I had to take Mike. Anyway.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for everyone that's listening. Again, 25 episodes strong. Here's to another 25 more, boys. And Connie, why don't you end us spitting out the handles and we'll wrap this sucker up.
Apple and Spotify, Goose Gang Podcast, YouTube, Goose Gang Podcast, Instagram, Goose Gang Podcast, Twitter, Goose Podcast, and TikTok, The Goose Gang.
Word up. Join the flock or
Suck our cock.
nice.
Follow the fucking guidelines.
GG's in the chat.